Ooh, don't threaten me with a good time. Oh, do it, Ken, do it. Pew pew, pew pew. It's that old bit that everyone loves.
I'm vibing. Sorry. Hey,
Oh.
we just now went live. That doesn't. You guys are out of turn. That doesn't happen until we do introductions.
Notice them.
I
Oh,
thought
okay.
it was when we. Pew, 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 pew. Just kidding. It's an interruption, not an introduction. Hello.
What up? Long time no talk.
Rip heads off and suck the blood out of the top of their head.
Yeah, long time no that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for fucking everything up the last time we were supposed to meet, and sorry to all of our hordes of adoring fans, the Shimp Nation.
Yeah, and it's I will admit, it's for someone who kind of goes off the cuff as a storyteller. A month is a long time for me. We're gonna have to recall some shit that's going on, or I'm gonna real quickly introduce some plot holes or some incontinuities.
Until we have like stalker level fans who are gonna like comb through our back catalog and look for
Come through your back catalog.
contradictions.
Yeah,
Ooh, hello. I don't think we need to
Contradict.
worry about it, right?
Right.
I feel like, we
It's
gotta
all
get
right.
this. We gotta get this train rolling. And
I've
we're
got
just
a way out. I've
way
got a
past
way
the
out.
news. Yeah.
Anyway,
It was all a dream.
no, anything that I fuck up, it's actually it's a very powerful character in the story using dominate on all of the characters. I'm an unreliable narrator.
Oh, they're using dominate on you.
You're a Ted Mosby.
No, on you guys, but I can't narrate it that way, because I'm unreliable.
I'm a third generation vampire that's gotten so powerful I've become part of the meta narrative, and I am now the storyteller.
That's right. The storyteller.
This man is the storyteller.
I'm okay with that being.
Well, what do you guys think that? Are we supposed to when we do live streams? Because a lot of times people like just turn on like music for 20 minutes and just be like, the stream's starting soon, so that all of their rabid followers, the stands of the Shimp Nation, can like queue up and marshal themselves and raid from someone else's channel and all that shit. Do you think we're supposed to be entertaining in this?
Shitter.
we are supposed to be doing that, and
Yeah.
here's the
That's
thing.
why
Yeah. That's why we bant.
So
I
yeah,
think
we're
it's
just
a
giving
lot.
it away for free.
It's a lot easier for people to do that whenever they're like all in the same location, because we want to talk during that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's challenging for us to. It's a little bit too much for us to set up a way to communicate and not be live.
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we could do
something like
could-
this.
Oh, we stay in the studio for 20 minutes. No, I think you're right. I think, oh, but I like seeing my buddies.
Therein
Plus,
lies
we
the problem, right?
Plus, you got
is
about
the-
30 minutes of dark pack to show. So I think we
This-
should
yeah,
just
this-
jump straight to that.
I mean, we could have a big banner that instead. Ashtrays of Heaven. That's a fucking badass
It's pretty good.
fucking tagline.
I
Is
think
this,
it's
is this an AI piece?
Yeah, of course it is.
partially.
Nice.
I wasn't writing characters. I'm writing story.
Yeah. No, well, I'm talking about the visual.
The visual is.
That's on there.
I mean,
I thought you were going to say, well, partially I had an AI generate it, and then I applied a vignette filter.
Well, I had
I'm
an
a
AI
designer.
generate it. Yeah, and then I did apply some editing, and then also the type, obviously, because it's illegible.
Yeah, I do see that. I did notice that.
Yeah. I'm not
And-
one of these designers that's going to shit on AI. I'll use it to have to do less work if I can. And oh man, did it steal from your art? I don't fucking care. I really don't.
He's here to burn the world down.
My take on AI has completely switched since using it for like tints and tones and stuff like that. Like, goddamn. I mean, I may even subscribe to ChatGTP to help me design like business systems and stuff like that to kind of,
ChatGTP is Jim Tan porn.
Yeah, he's getting chat GLP.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just I may even write up a charge for the faculty senate to take using AI as an academic integrity infraction, like, off the table. And yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of there with you, because it's just today's calculator, like,
yeah.
you take using the calculator off the table at one point, probably not anymore, right? So
I'm losing you all.
what you mean?
I'm
Ideologically,
losing you all. Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean, you know for a long time that we're already gone. Ken's on record saying, like, the world, there is no hope for the world. Like, don't even fucking try to save it.
There isn't. It's a lost cause. Why are you recycling?
We're done. The human
Literally, the only
human
reason I
race is-
recycle is to get rid of a lot of cardboard at once more easily.
Yes. I mean, all I recycle is cardboard.
Yeah.
I have justifications for why I do things. And some of it is just so that I don't collapse in on myself like
Hey,
a
man.
9-star.
If we need to, I can I do have justifications for my AI usage and my thoughts on AI. Is that where we're at? We doing that?
No,
Well, I
no,
mean,
we're not doing that.
It feels like, Bob, the thing that you probably want to make a dividing line between is, like, did a student tell an AI to write a whole research paper and then copy in what the AI said, complete with the, like, prompt language that the AI is like, and another thing you may want to look into is blah, 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 right? Like, yeah, that's a problem that students should probably fail. But, like, if you used AI to search an enormous amount of data to find studies that are related to the experiments you want to run, or the papers you want to write, or the meta-analyses you want to run, or if you want to have ChatGPT search through a fucking database of German research, right, or Japanese research, or whatever is published in other languages that you don't speak, and you would never be able to generate the language
happens.
to put into a search engine to even find those studies. Like, fucking hell yeah, that's how humanity's going to move forward, because there's so much potential for it, but you have to figure out a way to use it without having dickheads just be, like, completely cheating to specifically not do work.
Even if they did, how do you prove that? I mean,
you're not going to be able to for very long.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually in a theological argument with somebody online.
Hell yes. Is it about the prophecies of Matthew? Can I come in?
It's about the authorship of Matthew.
Yeah.
And the Gospels in general. But anyway, so the reason why I'm saying that is just because one of his arguments, and I agree with this, because it's the same way. Well, one of his arguments is writing style is comparable. Now, I don't know if Matthew wrote other things than the Gospel of Matthew. I don't know if that's the case, but art is done that way. I mean, I think, we probably all understand that. Like, if there's a new piece of art that's found, like, oh, I think that's a Van Gogh, or I think that's a Rembrandt, or whatever. There are experts that can look at that painting and compare it to, down to, like, fucking brushstrokes, I think is how far in the weeds they get, and say, oh yeah,
you hear that, Kenneth? This is back across time.
Oh yeah,
feeling the brushstrokes of the artist.
Okay. Yeah. But anyway, so I just bring that up because he made that comment. But coming back to AI is, I guess, like, the only way you could really kind of make any kind of accusation is if you had, like, previous writing samples and you're like, okay, this is not your writing because this is your writing, or something like that. I don't know. But I'm like, man, I don't fucking care enough. If they want to write something, I think next time I teach a writing course, I'm going to be like, look, if I catch some bullshit, like, the DHS report that had, they had all these citations and like none of them actually existed, or if I find that you've used a citation and you're not using it correctly, like that's going to be a big point loss. Like, make it to where they still have to read their shit to make sure it's right, because I'm going to, and if I see discrepancies, that's a bigger hit than 10 years ago. I wouldn't have made it a big hit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, switch the weight of the evaluation. I don't know. But
hey, are people in academia talking about the potential? Oh God, UConn is going to be so upset with this whole conversation. The potential of AI as a personal tutor that can like individually tailor your education to help students like catch up or fill in gaps, or like, I don't like my history teacher, so like I'm gonna have this AI teach me the same content.
No, but that's a fantastic idea.
I mean,
I'm sure someone's talking about that.
Yeah.
I mean, there are school corporations, or there. I've heard about companies that are letting AI teach the students.
Yeah.
I mean,
we professors are no longer the holders of information, of knowledge.
Right.
We've not been that for, I'd say since probably the early 2000s, maybe.
Wikipedia age.
Yeah, and so I think our job as professors needs to be, at least teaching professors, needs to be clarification, and then how to learn that information and how to use it, how to write about it, that sort of thing. I don't know. I'm in a dying industry. I know that.
hey, we all are.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I can get out before it's completely dead, you know?
I'm sorry. Isn't me saying that college is learning how to learn what got my asshole ripped by you guys like 6 months ago?
That's what I always say. Is college is for learning how to learn. I do know what conversation. I do know what conversation you were talking about, but I always have, and I've been saying it a lot lately, because I have this presentation I have to give for work, and the topic is like, it's not one that we're going to seriously solve. So I'm telling, it's a group project. I'm telling my group, like, this is about showing that we know how to go through the exercise and think. This is not about seriously presenting concrete solutions. Like, if they happen to get a concrete solution out of us, great. But it's more so about going through the exercise. So like, because every proposal that we come up with, we find out they've already looked at. Like, it's one of the things that sucks for working for a place that has their shit together, is you can't really tell them, hey, you should do this. It's like, well, we looked at that. Like, my idea, I thought it was good. I'm like, well, why haven't I ever heard of us considering this or running a pilot program of this? And I talked to a guy, he's in the other group that's going to have to give a presentation too, but it would be his department that would oversee what I'm suggesting. And he's like, we looked at that like 6 or 7 years ago, and not that many people that we surveyed wanted it. And I'm like, fuck, like, there's nothing. Like, we're like 2 weeks away from our presentation. I'm not changing course now.
Right.
And I have justification for why, anyway. But yes, Ken, I think our disagreement was about something else.
You know,
maybe
how
we
funny would it
changed
be?
your mind. Because,
how funny would it be if I were just super drunk and we were all agreeing with each other?
No, I know.
No, fuck you guys.
I do
I'm
feel
out.
like there was an element of that conversation where we all kind of were not understanding what the other people were saying, and we're all just like,
I'd rather not relive that again.
Right, because I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, I'm in a new space.
Yep.
Ew.
But I'm up in the attic, and for the first time, I haven't done this before. I pulled the ladder and door up.
Oh, you are up there.
I don't know if I can get down. So if I get pissed, it's gonna get even worse, and I'm probably gonna end up taking a tumble.
You're gonna Clark Griswold your shit the way out of there.
Yeah, what I really want to do is I'm like, can I sit on the ladder, plant my feet, and just rock forward, and go and slide down to the
No,
You
the
need a
floor.
shield.
I kind of feel like it would happen.
No, you gotta have a buckler shield like Legolas.
Who's that?
Who's Legolas, you ask? Well, you see in the Lord of the Rings.
I'm kidding. Please don't do this. I know your family's Lord of the Rings fascination.
Oh, you have a family fascination with Lord of the Rings.
His wife's family.
Not my family, her family.
I'll just go. Okay, that makes because I had follow-up questions if it was your family.
Right.
There's only one Lord, and he's not of the rings.
Yeah.
But he'll get in the
just-
ring with a libtard.
He's on another piece of jewelry on my body.
Ooh.
Lord of the Cross.
I couldn't
Dude,
see.
How have they not made a knockoff movie called The Lord of the Cross?
Oh yeah,
Because
I'm
Or
sure.
Lord of the Crosses.
It's already so Christian, unless you do the same things in Harry Potter.
And God forged 9 crosses for men
You know,
and 7 for dwarves.
I couldn't
Dude.
see Otis Shagwell Sr. being on board with.
I want to try to find. Oh, we gotta try to find this. But do you guys know, Rich's wife found this weekend, Jesus Christ Funko Pops,
Hell yeah.
where he's like on the fucking cross. It's so goddamn hilarious. Like,
And
I've got to
can
have
we
one. There's
look
another
at
one.
these
There's another one where
online?
there's another one where he's like pulling it. Hold on. Actually, I just got to bring it up. Give me a hot.
You have
hot
to.
sec. Yeah.
Like pops,
know.
like what you eat.
No, Funko Pops, like the little action figures, the collectibles.
You may not. You'll recognize them. They're pretty ubiquitous in pop culture now.
Okay.
But
Okay,
knowing
yeah.
what they're called, I still get thrown off.
Something is like a push pop that you eat.
No.
They're like the little
I did a push
little-
pop Christ.
vinyl big head dolls where they've got a big blocky head and big cute eyeballs.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
And they make them for like every character.
No, yeah.
Every fictional character like this one.
Let's see if I can manage to do it
Ha!
with all this shit running.
Burned them.
Rectum.
Wrecked them.
Rectum in the rectum.
I barely know him. I can't. And my computer's not wanting to do it. I think I'm taxed. Let me give me one more shot.
You didn't pay
Screen
for
share.
hard drive premium.
I do, but it's getting kind of old. It's a 2020 model.
Oof. Throw it out.
Your computer?
Yeah.
Is it 2020?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's rough, right?
I was looking at the new Mac release stuff and I'm like, is really your big selling point just that you changed how the buttons look?
The new Macs?
Yeah.
No way,
The-
dude.
the
They're
new
way more
OS.
powerful.
No, the new
Oh,
OS.
the OS.
Yeah.
They're always doing that. They're always like, here's a new button.
Here's a new button. We made the buttons more buttony. They're very shiny now.
We decided to bring back skeuomorphism.
I wish.
Here we go.
Oh, he's got it. He's
Oh my god,
carrying
he's
it.
carrying it.
There he is carrying it. That's like really good.
Wow.
Oh,
And
no.
then right below it is Jesus from Lebowski.
Yeah.
Is
No
that
worries.
Prince?
Hold on. Jesus
Wow.
on the cross. Hold on. This is
Was
the
he?
fucking best.
Oh, there he is. I bet he's got
Oh
abs. I bet he's got abs.
My gourd.
Click in on that.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
he does have a. Is that a little tattoo?
He's got like
No,
a little
that's where-
dragonfly
No,
tattoo.
that's not where he got pierced. He got pierced under the ribs.
No shit.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Funko?
hey, he
Look,
also
there-
wasn't Caucasian.
It's the
Oh.
knockoff Jesus. We've got a couple other
Dude,
problems.
he's not even nailed to it.
They couldn't
like
put the
floating
spear in the
there.
right spot, or else they get sued
Oh,
by the
yeah.
Catholic Church.
Is the kid in picture 3 playing with him?
That's,
This
yep.
is all
Oh,
AI
no.
crap. Wow.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Wow. This
He's
is AI slop, man.
Get your
Yeah,
Jesus Christ today.
that tattoo thing is AI slot for sure.
What is that?
It's.
This
I think an AI got
Oh my
confused between
God.
some like
Yep, that's AI
iconography.
bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we're on Walmart, so I mean, it's out there in the for real world.
Well, it is and it
No.
isn't. Walmart website is
Right.
garbage.
This is
like
Walmart
you can't go in
Marketplace.
their store. You can't go in their store and find this. This is like they're selling a partner item, or it's basically like corporate Etsy or something.
Let's just look up Jesus Christ on the
Yeah.
cross.
Hey, you
toys.
know what?
Okay. You
My
can get
my
some
buddy,
tech stuff. Turn
my
your
my
filter
3D
on.
printing buddy was like, "Hey man, I found these like apparently there are AI tools where you just tell them what you want, and they just barf out a 3D model, like a Blender style model
Okay.
that you can then take and like edit and 3D print and stuff like that. So it'd be pretty easy actually, and I think the tools are free to just be like, generate me a model that is chibi Jesus on the cross.
Oh my god.
And I'll just print you one. I mean, actually, I would probably refuse to do that because AIs are dicks about that stuff.
I like this Jesus Lego stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? Are you aware of the Action Bible, which
Yeah.
is like the comic book Bible?
Yeah,
I got one. If you ever want to borrow and read it to your kids.
Oh, I don't.
You don't want them to be up on the lore.
Nah. I don't need the Lord. We need all that. All right. Hey, let's do this part.
You guys want to get to sucking?
Oh, let's put this up while we recap. Hey, Dark Pack, we don't know a lot of this shit. If you care, read it. And we're covered. All right. So
Hell yeah.
let's get first of all, hey, welcome to Shelf Importance, the comedy book club podcast on hiatus, currently sucking, fucking, and cucking, and ducking from the cops.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, and lucking on dice rolls.
Yep.
And pucking in the rink.
Yep. All of that.
There we go.
I'm gonna be over here with my Wordle keyboard out, just being like,
Yucking on yums.
Rucking, yucking,
Yeah.
tucking,
Yucking on
whacking.
yums.
Walking? Is walking? No, sucking.
Fucking?
We already did that. Fucking. I'm gonna do
Can
that
I-
again.
Can you nuck something? Can you nuck?
Ooh.
Anyway, we are in session 2. We've done session 0. Session 0B, after session 0 went a little long. Session 1, and now we're in session 2. It's been a month. We had a quick break that lasted a long time.
It could
So
long break.
we've I go really I mean, I've got the story here, but I just follow you guys where it leads. Again, well, let's hit the introduction first. Why am I leading somewhere? I'm the storyteller, Ken.
We like to go first because it's Pride Month.
Oh, thanks. Hey, I can set the lights up to rainbow. Should I do
I meant
that?
to put.
Do it.
Introduce yourself so I set this up.
I would
I'm
never.
Bob Vandehex.
And I'm crusty old Corvin Grimshaw.
Oh, don't be like that. Corbin is your old pal Otis Shagwell. At your service.
When did you gain the nickname Crusty Old Corbin Grimshaw?
I don't know. I kind of feel like he's a curmudgeon. He's turning into like a little bit of a Kurt curmudgeon.
I think the lore started, and I just listened back to this episode earlier today.
There you go.
What happened was,
Right.
Ken,
That's
you had Nate, the prince's little servant man, manservant.
Oh, that's who Nate is. Okay.
You had Nate pop in and be like,
Did I say Nate is his sin shawl, or what did I say, Nate?
No, he's a
Right-hand man?
vampire. He's just I think underling, or I don't.
He's
think
just an underling. Okay. He's a goon.
enforcer. He's
All
a
right.
goon. He's a gooner. He said something about Corvin running a tight ship. That's the lore. Put it in the wiki.
Put it in the wiki.
All right.
Put it in your wiki.
Corbin runs a tight ship. Where are you guys at right now? I believe you're in front of a flipped over car.
Yeah. There were some
yeah,
dogs.
seemed
Were there
like
dogs?
we were-
Well, we
right
weren't
front
in
of
the
the car.
car.
I know.
No, I think Bob chased somebody down to a car. Did we kill a dog?
I got all this. No, I need this one part though that I totally have forgotten. I have just completely forgotten the name of the like anime just character basically that I introduced you guys.
I might have a note.
I didn't make a note of it.
Well, lucky for you, I might have.
Potentially
So
lucky for me.
hold your gosh darn horses.
Hold your weight.
Creed.
How do I get my? How do I say
Creed
all my?
sounds like something. I have a note that we met someone named.
Was it Creed?
Creed?
Okay.
I believe what I said was, "Hello, my friend. We meet again. It's been a while. Where should we begin?"
Oh yeah. He's like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about. I'm super hungry. And I got a red rocket. It won't go away. That was his deal, right?
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I didn't finish listening back. I only got about an hour into it or so.
Okay.
Let's
boring, huh?
see. I did
Yeah.
make notes. I'm sorry. Here we go. Notes.
That's
The way
not
I
dark
remember-
back.
You've got to be kidding me.
I got an image in my mind.
Apparently, I
Exterior
didn't.
night. We're in front of a bar. Cars flipped over. Probably something's on fire. And I think a bunch of people from the Second Inquisition,
Here we go.
guns pointed at us.
We go to Union 86 underground. Cool.
Yeah,
All right,
just-
those are the options. 4 bikers show up in the parking lot. They know Bob. Serve as Prince of
Read
the
'em all,
City.
too.
They invite us.
Don't edit it at all.
Bob attacks a junkie who is demanding blood from Jen. Accidentally kills Jen. Oh, maybe I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I do know what's going on.
Okay.
You guys need me to give you
Yeah,
the
yeah. Hit us
Give
with it.
give
'cause
us that.
Okay.
I don't think remembering the story is really the strong suit of this group.
It's not, but it does
Makes me
award
stop.
you experience points.
Oh,
For remembering?
Well, if you do something that benefits the group, I'm a generous lover.
a benevolent.
So I wasn't liking the music, and I actually still don't.
Did you tell it to be island casual?
No, you see the AI music here inside of Restream just has like 20 genres to choose from. Just try atmosphere.
Because is there one called Gravitas? That's a shame.
I could vibe with that for now. All right,
That's the spirit.
let's get the Miro board open.
Ooh.
Okay, so you guys, let's back it all the way up just for a minute. All right, you were all at the Motel 69?
It is.
Yes, it is.
I think it is because it's on I-69.
Yeah, Motel 69.
I thought we were still outside
Yeah,
of
no.
Okay.
No, you're good. I'm giving a quick recap. Yeah. You're at Motel 69. Some weird shit ensues. You get a message basically written in the flesh of a person. You get a message from some rats. You get a message on some graffiti. Some people from Bob's old crew, the Blood Rex, show up. Or no, do not show up. That did not happen. Wait, no, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Nate showed up, and he said
At the
you should go
motel, yeah.
Yeah, Nate showed up. He was with the Blood Rex. You used to be a Blood Rex, and he said that you should go and talk to Cass, right?
Yes.
And then the message from our Otis that you received, I believe, did Twitch come and talk to you? Is that accurate, or did I get it? Am I getting ahead of myself? And tell you to come that Father Scab wants you to visit, or was that a rat that told you that?
It was a rat.
Okay, Twitch is not real. He doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just know Twitch, the streaming platform,
All right.
which you can follow us on
Twitch
at
is
Shelf
Twitchy.
Importance.
Oh, at Shelf Importance. That if you're there right now, it's us. The one.
It is.
The
It
one
is
you're
the only like and subscribe button that's currently on your screen. If you could just
right here.
hit that, that'll get you.
Exactly. Bing bong. I know we don't do sexy hot tub stuff, but we could start doing it. I'm getting pretty close to getting
I
chiseled here.
would if there was a fucking audience.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Give me a couple months. I'll be in the
We
hot
did.
tub.
I think actually at our peak viewership, we were showing our feet, and that's not a joke.
We did show feet.
And then also you were summoned to Prince Ezra, and you had all these choices. So you had all these choices before you. And what did you guys? Which one did you pick? Oh yeah, go to the Union 86.
We wanted more information.
So you go to the Union 86 where you start to find out or get some information, and then when the cost of the information comes up, you're like, fuck that. We don't really want the information that bad because I don't want to be a little hungry. And as a result, Bob freaks out because some junkies bust in, and they're like, hey, Jen Trucks, the owner of this bar, give us some of that stuff. You know, the stuff that I know we know you've got it. She's like, I don't have it. And Bob's like, get off of my friend. Runs over there, rips the lady's head back so hard that he scalps her, accidentally slashes Jen's throat, crushes the lady's skull, drinks from her like a goblet. He's all looking like
We've all been there.
yeah, he's all looking like he just took a money shot from the Kool-Aid Man now. And then Otis out back. First of all, you help and save a important person. Who was it?
I don't fucking remember.
You don't remember? You saved Michelle Grand. Was that her name? The politician, the governor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You saved the governor. She owes you a favor. Gave you her
Hell yeah.
personal phone call. Her personal
And I'm
She
gonna
took off.
cash it in. I
She took off.
Remember.
You also met Creed outside. Corbin was like, I'm gonna dip into the shadows because I am the shadows, which is on
Creed
brand, but he did it.
He'd be a dog man, I guess.
You got Creed. Yeah, you guys take off after the junkies start to escape in the car. You guys take off after the car. Creed dives in through the window, chews some throats. The car flips over. You all start feeding on like everything. Corbin's feeding in secret, kind of behind that. He's like, I'm gonna pull over here. I can't pee if you're watching. Some vehicles, some pretty elite, pretty stacked, military-looking vehicles, or black SUV type stuff, right? Vroom, a couple of them pull up, vroom, 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 shining lights on you. And I'm just gonna have to not quote and paraphrase and like get back. We're gonna start there, okay? But somebody was like, cease all operations and don't move. We're the Second
fuck.
Inquisition.
We're getting deported.
And that, yeah, we are nice. Vice. Vampire. I don't know.
Vampire Police.
Inquisition. Cancellation. Eternal. I don't know. There we go.
I believe it's System International.
System International. Okay, so that's where we're at. I believe on the logistical side of things, some of you are wanting to do that experience spend thing. You've been gaining experience. Let's talk about reasons why you're going to spend some experience where you are going to spend it. If you have questions on how to do that, let me know. But make sure you're doing it in your digital character sheet on Demiplane, the Vampire Nexus.
Why don't we have Yukon just share his screen if he's
I can do that.
and close all his porn tabs real quick, and then that way everyone can see what a wonderful product we have here in
I can
the
do
Nexus Demiplane.
Yeah, we really should start pumping that because, like, if we're going to be
sponsor
on the forefront, this is the sponsor.
You know what? We'll give you this one for free, Demiplane. We'll bring our huge audience right to your door.
Let me know if you can see it.
You let us know if you want to start paying us for it. Look at that handsome fella.
Like, you better up that resolution first.
How do I do that?
I don't know. That's the thing. You get us, you get old. You get old.
I mean, I can
operators.
zoom in. I can zoom in.
No, I think it was all good. It's probably just the stream quality. It happens.
Yeah, and I mean, people aren't gonna need to read the fine text. They just need to see how fucking beautifully laid out this shit is.
Oh yeah, it's some good shit. Can you see it? Did you unshare it?
You unshared.
What the fuck, man? Get it together.
Hey, children present.
What the?
Yeah, nobody watching should be. This is NSFW, and
Yes.
also nobody watching should be less than 13, because you're supposed to be at
be-
least 13 to
You
be
should
on
be in
YouTube
school.
and Twitch. YouTube
Yeah.
and
You're
Twitch.
supposed to
yeah.
be in fucking bed.
I've
Should
been
be in bed
listening
by
to
now.
a lot of a show that simulcasts to TikTok live and YouTube live, and so like they have to follow all of the like TikTok language rules to just say like grape and unalive and stuff like that. And I don't know where we stand on that with Twitch. Are we allowed to say potty words and stuff still?
I think it's based on how many followers you have.
Oh, we're not worried
Well,
about
we
getting
can't get any
monetized.
followers if we don't use potty words.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
true.
not worried about it.
Okay. Spoilers. We're gonna go through all of George Carlin's list of potty words.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Who's George Carlin?
That's
Um,
pee pee poo poo.
So I do have
Bum.
justification for what I want to upgrade. So I didn't know how to do it. It did not seem that intuitive to me at first, but all I did was I clicked on the text,
That's right.
and it brings up this nice, like, cool stuff over here. And then it tells me the cost of the EXP that I want to spend. Now, I know I've got 20 to spend.
Oh,
Exactly.
so you just find whatever
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
you want to upgrade and click on it is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Super
And then-
easy.
And then you hit
That's
the plus minus line. Now, specialties, apparently you can, like, buy new specialties. I'm not going to do that. I don't think.
Yeah,
But-
if you guys ever want to do that, let's talk about it like at the end of an episode, and then you could do it in between, and then explain what you did rather than read through things and do it live, right?
Yeah.
But this part you can do live. This is all good. So what you got?
All right. So last episode, while we were at Union 86, okay, I used my hiding ability. So I want to increase my stealth.
Okay.
Because I was successful during that encounter. And basically all it really, the disciplines and powers, it is called Cloak of Shadows. Standing perfectly still, I blend into my surroundings. I successfully did it. I think that would be something that makes sense for me to improve at my stealth.
Yeah, not only that, you did it under duress, which is great.
Okay. So that's going to cost me 9. So I have 11 left.
Okay.
I have not thought about anything else so far. So does anybody else have anything they want to share and go through? I can stop sharing my screen or whatever.
I have not made any decisions. I guess my question is, are we on a power curve such that we need to be in a hurry to like get these spent, or are we gonna not be like totally falling behind if we think on it for another episode or?
I may not spend all of mine. I don't know that I've done enough yet to give any kind of justification for anything else. Like I'm looking at these
Right.
others that I have skills in, and I'm like, I don't know.
I would just let it happen. The power
Yeah.
curve in this game is such that like you're mostly on like this as like your 13th gen vampires, right, or 12th. You're mostly on the same power level as most other vampires of your same age, right?
Mm-hmm.
In one way or another.
Mhm.
Close. And as soon as you encounter someone who's like a generation higher and 200 years older than you, it's not even close. Basically.
So
right?
we're playing with the other baby vampires and the baby vampire play.
Yeah, and you should just know that anytime you're making decisions against like older, more powerful vampires than you, that you're gonna have a hard time.
What if when we're against a stronger vampire, we cross our bloodstreams? Does that like
You mean like at the urinal? That you
create-
share in the urinal?
could we create a nuclear bomb vampire bloodstream?
You have to try it.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys, let's do it.
If you all hold,
bet
if
you
you all
get-
hold hands, then you can hold an Infinity Stone. Is that what you're saying?
While we're
Oh wait,
I
you're
was
talking
thinking
about
Ghostbusters cross
Yeah,
the
yeah.
streams, right?
you're talking about collecting a 13th level vampire from each like clan and then
I think it's about
combining
each
them,
of you shooting your blood together in one.
We'd shoot
and then
our blood.
combining it into a super
this.
organism, Captain
Yeah.
Planet style. Okay.
Overwhelm. All right,
Yeah.
so I think that's all that
Smart.
makes sense for me.
Okay.
Bob, I think you drove us to our destination. You could upgrade your driving.
I think that's appropriate, especially because you learned things about your own character. That's the kind of stuff that I like to see. So, like, you learned through the story, oh, I was in a biker gang, and then, oh, I'm driving us around.
Right.
It makes sense for my experience to go there, and I'll do more of it. You also
Is
have a
it so-
motorcycle now. You didn't have that when you made your character.
Where's that one at?
It's a skill.
So drive,
Drive.
add to. That's not like drive like ambition or anything, right?
Nope. It's a physical
Cautious
skill.
drive. Okay,
See,
all right.
that's
So,
the first thing that always
So I've
goes
got
in my mind.
21
Sorry.
points, and it says cost 6 EXP. So if I click the plus button, it's gonna take away 6, right?
Yep.
And then if I want to get a third dot, I'd have to spend 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
The math for this leveling up is like kind of complicated in some places, so I'm really glad that we have a tool to just do it, so I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That
should I
looks
just
great about the Nexus?
so should I just do 1 dot, 2 dots? I mean,
You do what you want. I think you should be a 3 in that.
so
That is, you have 1 car chases, earning a cool reputation among the Anarchs, which are like mainly led by the Bruja.
So the drive is currently 1 dot. Are you saying add 2 more dots or 1 dot?
Hey, if you can afford to go up to level to 3 dots, I would do it. But
Yeah.
just for character. I mean, it's not like I don't think that's a wise min-max decision, but we're not playing the min-max way, right?
Okay. I don't know what that is, but I'll trust you.
Min-maxing is trying to create the strongest character specifically based around the story and the gameplay that you can make, regardless of whether it's appropriate for your character development or not.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Right? You're like,
Which-
oh, it looks like
which-
we're encountering a lot of fights. I'm gonna increase my brawl, my firearms, my athletics,
Which
my
that
melee,
was
and my
kind of the
survival.
way I was thinking. That's kind of the way I was thinking about this initially when we first started. Is okay. All right.
And here's the kind of
I'll
stuff.
do- I'll do
Here's the kind
2.
of stuff that I do when people min max. I start making you roll for mundane shit that you have lower levels in. Just because
that
why
not
not?
fun?
Now it's fun. Now if that's what we're doing, I'm like, okay. You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna try to convince this guy to give me. I'm like, hey, why don't you just give me that? I'm like, oh, you got to roll for performance.
Yeah,
No one wants to
approve.
roll for performance.
I approve
no.
of this strategy.
You got time for that?
Who's got time to roll performance?
Okay.
All right, so you get the driver now. And nothing for Otis, right?
I'm really tempted to be like, I look down, there's a gun in the console. I put 5 points into firearms. And they just come out, guns akimbo, just blazing, just
might as well.
knocking these fools down. I don't even recall if I have a gun. Feels like maybe I could throw one in brawl. Would be pretty nice. Do we know what this S is that's next to this
That's a specialty.
specialty? Seems like I should have more than 1 point in my specialty, right? I'm gonna propose that we throw one in brawl because we did just kind of come through a fight.
Crafting is my specialty.
I got 1 brawl. I guess I can share this shite. Got one brawl going to 2. Done.
Okay.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Level up! Imagine flames behind each of us.
Hell
That's
yeah.
right.
It's from that blood sucking.
All right. In case it's not clear, your specialties are adding an extra die to your rolls when you use that
Toy.
skill.
Toy.
All right. So
Can I ask a quick lore question? Because it seems like we're
Yeah,
going to need
yeah.
to know this pretty soon. What do we know as a group about the SI? Specifically, I want to know like
Sure, that's fair.
how. I know that we're hostile. I'm trying to figure out if this is we're just going to kill all of these people if we possibly can, or if there's
Oh fuck.
some amount of hope that we could talk our way out of this or something like that.
Okay. Let me get some chat open here real quick. Okay, your the Second Inquisition has been gaining a lot of notoriety in the vampire circles. Okay, they have been over the past decade or so, or maybe a little more. They're mostly government employees, federal employees, and officials and agents and military that are. That's kind of a front for them actually being Second Inquisition. So they're pretty much mostly trained agents and soldiers. Okay, and they have been running an operation where they've been intercepting. They first of all they got a hold of ShrekNet servers, so they gathered a lot of intel from the Nosferatu. Okay, they gather intel by capturing vampires, and they've just learned through trial and error, plus the documents that they've been able to find, how to identify and capture vampires. They have been running test experiments to try to find weaknesses, try to find what makes them tick, try to grab their blood and do experiments with it with humans and figure out all they can about it. They have also been fed poor information, and they have also misinterpreted data.
They think we can't cross running water.
Yes, all that shit, right? There's a lot that they've got wrong. There's a few things they have enough right to be incredibly dangerous. They know how to destroy a vampire permanently with fire or with beheading kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they've got all that down, and as a result of their efforts, they have developed like serums and weapons and things like that both enhance themselves and things that harm you.
Well, this sounds like a bad situation to be in then.
They're not to be taken lightly, so they're not exactly a fight on sight kind of opponent.
Okay.
Sometimes they might be.
Is their intention, as far as we know, that they probably just want to capture us, or are they intent to kill kind of thing?
I don't think you could draw any intention from
Where we're currently
the
at.
simple arrival of some agents.
Okay. All right.
And what did they say to us before we ended last time?
Basically told you to
Send
put
news.
the victims down. Yeah, put the victims down, or release the victims.
And
Stand still. Don't move.
We have a car crash, several human bodies in various states of
Being
decanting, and
Oh, I'm sorry. They issued a warning. They did say, "Do not move. We have UV weaponry on board."
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
They did issue you a warning. So they didn't
And
come out attacking, and they told you what they've got.
and so they know we're
they-
vampires.
This fucking music.
it could be better.
I feel like this is a campy little video game menu music.
It feels like that's the music we'll play in our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Are they arranged like in physical space? What are we looking like?
Are we starting? I'll set the scene.
Well,
Oh boy.
whatever you
Because
want.
I didn't end up setting the scene. Are you guys ready to begin?
You're the third generation vampire, so you tell me.
Oh, I got you. I'm an antediluvian up in this bitch, huh? All right, let's do it.
That's what I'm saying.
I still don't like this music.
That's a little better though.
It's a little better. Let's try epic. I don't think this is gonna
Maybe
go.
Bob could just beatbox us some into existence.
I'm just gonna go back to hip hop
A little
if
better.
it's
We're gonna have to pay for a Sirenscape subscription.
Sirenscape. What's that?
It does what we want this to do.
I did Soundstripe for a while, and I think that works.
Well, yeah, Sirenscape's not AI generated, but I think it's like for tabletop games, and they have a lot of just, like mood music, and it's what Glass Cannon uses and advertises pretty heavily.
I'll do it. I'll use Sirenscape. All right, so let's just imagine this is loosely the scene, okay, that you see on screen in front of you. Now, there's not so many people there as shown in this illustration. This is just quickly generated for give you the idea, and also the car's upside down.
Refine the prompts. Yeah.
I just grabbed it quickly, and I mean that's the beauty of using AI for tabletop gaming. It's like, oh, we're in this kind of situation. Let's add Frank Miller to the end. Throw it in here, and it looks exactly how I want. Okay, so you are all standing around in respective locations where you were in the car. It's still dark out, obviously, or else you'd be burning alive. As puddles on the ground just from where it was wet. There's also fluids leaking around on the ground. You can smell, your senses are catching, gasoline, oil, all the car fluids, brake fluid. I could just keep naming fluids. You smell it all. You have your senses are heightened.
Does brake fluid have a smell?
It does to you.
Seminal fluid.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay.
Yeah, you can junkie juice, anything you got, right? All the fresh blood, in the victims that you're holding, your blood bags, your little popsicles. You've got Creed standing up in the front of you guys, and I think if I remember correctly, we have Corvin off to the left side of the car where he had dragged someone else. We've got Bob and Otis both on the right side of the car where you had dragged out victims to feed from. Right. And Creed is fully fed. He just came out and turned back into his humanoid form.
Is Creed a furry friend or a furry foe?
He's furry.
I don't think we know yet, but I think he might be with us.
He did not actively attack us while we were sucking down these people.
Right.
That's true, and he did actively attack the car. But you never know the motives of another creature.
Were we in the car?
You were not in the car.
We were in pursuit of the car.
Sorry, I must have really blacked out last time.
Because the junkies ran. Creed went after him, and he's the one that caused the car to crash. We're feeding on the bodies.
Yeah, we're just cleaning it up.
He jumped.
Are we buzzing
through as a dog?
Are we buzzing a little bit?
I think we did give you actually something. You got a boon, didn't you? Because you fed off of something you like.
I still have hunger.
Yeah, you didn't get to finish. you got to suck the whole life out of them. All right.
We got red ball.
So, in front of you, big black SUV in the middle. That's also kind of like Hummered out kind of situation, like military gear. Kind of just imagine a movie what that looks like. Right. Person standing out at the top. You can see them kind of silhouetted because they've got a light, like a low light in front of you that just like gives you an uncomfortable feeling. This light the filter could be switched pretty quickly. It feels like, and that would start to burn.
We're talking about like a fixed lamp on the truck
on the top. Yeah, and somebody sticking out the back, almost like they'd stand behind a gun, right? Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
Yep. And then a car, a smaller but still tanky kind of vehicle, SUV kind of deal, flanking on each side. You can assume at least one driver per car, right? And then as far as other people in there, we're gonna have to try to. That's up to you to decide if you're looking around for that sort of thing or not.
And we got no weapons other than our hands.
No bitches.
And we are not. Let's see. Oh boy.
And how rural is this location? Are we like in the city?
You are,
because we're not too far from the bar, right?
Right. Yeah, I do wish this part came.
Yeah, but I don't think we probably ran that far.
I think what I need to do is I'm going to set up like a separate scene for all of these views, and then I can just like swap them in and out really quickly rather than swapping it from my hard drive. Where is this at? Okay, here we go.
I think I have an action I want to take.
Good girl.
You gonna bite somebody's head off again?
Well, no. I just something I want to say.
All right, so this is like the area you're at here, right? You left there, went down the street, so it's like it is downtown-ish, but kind of just it's kind of like remember you're in Indianapolis. It's off downtown in the kind of crummier side.
Yeah.
And in an already in an already crummier version of the city, mind you, right? Kind of Gotham-esque.
All right, yeah, Bob. What's your idea? Do you want to?
So I'm holding on to my guy, and I say, I do not waive my Fourth Amendment right to illegal search and seizure.
What the hell? We got a sovereign citizen over here.
Oh god.
I don't know. Just want to get it. I know. Just want to. Felt like I needed to say that.
Is the car door? Is there a car door near me? I would like to find and
You're in the car with me.
Door. Yes, I would like to have a car door, please. Look at it roll to have a car door. Am I going insane, or is there just a constant static? Okay.
Are you hearing the banging music job that AI is doing at music right now?
Yeah, did it go static?
Yeah. How did AI music go to static? It's like, oh, we think you like this will vibe with your like retro feel.
Bad connection.
Love it.
Oh,
there, it's gone.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh, Jesus on a Funko Pop, am I right?
What I would like to do is I would like
it's okay, music's done. Oh,
there we go.
Okay.
I would like to formulate a plan but not execute it. I would like to look around, and my hope is that there would be a car door that I'm strong enough to rip off so that I can just have a car door to use as a shield.
Okay.
I don't want to execute this plan yet. I just want to know if that's a possibility.
There are cars around you. Yeah, one of them slipped upside down in front of you.
Fabulous. Okay. Or perhaps the hood would even be better if we can get there.
Oh, it's up to you.
Ooh.
I'm trying to find a really stupid page in my rule book real quick. That's why I'm a little out of it.
So we're
that's
not
great. I think we're
not going quite into that silent night, I guess.
So Otis, like, kind of under his breath, just loud enough that only Vamps can hear. He's like, "So guys, I think we probably just want to split and run, right?"
Yeah. Yep. I'm not going in with them.
Yeah.
So am I visible to them, Ken? Am I down behind the car?
Which
Which side did they roll up on?
Up in the front. And actually, you opened the door and pulled them out. I'll let's check. Let me check my purse. That's short for perception.
You check that perps.
Sorry, perks is sure is.
I said purse.
Purse
For perception.
Okay. I'll allow it. That seems fine.
Yeah. I now know if you can be seen, if that answers your question.
Oh, you're very shadowy boy.
Are we like taking turns right now? Blake ripped a door off the hinge.
He hasn't.
Yeah, I'm just.
Door.
We're kind of in media res. I would like to. I mostly just wanted to confirm what we were doing.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
those are on you.
I'm
Everybody's
not-
intention. Okay, so
I'm not going in.
the first actionable thing that happens, I think, is Bob. You want to repeat, and then we'll get rocking.
I do not waive my Fourth Amendment right to illegal search and seizure.
And so the you hear a female's voice over the speaker, the loudspeaker. Come on. Hey,
Oh, she sounds nice.
she sounds real nice. yeah, nice try, you fucking damned finger. Last I checked, that Constitution only applies to living Americans.
I'm sorry. Did she say damn finger? Is damn finger what she said? Is that a slur that I'm aware of?
It's a damned fanger.
Finger. Yeah.
You damned
So-
finger.
Okay.
and
Well,
then
I don't know
okay.
what to do yet.
I got stuck on the slur and I completely missed what he's actually said.
She just addressed his claim to his Fourth Amendment.
He's got
and-
no Fourth Amendment
So,
right.
Yeah, no
so I'm
rights.
not.
I'm
not
sorry. Was that a microaggression?
No rights
Otis,
for the cold-blooded.
Otis, and also Blake does not really know what this Fourth Amendment talk is about, and so,
Typical.
and so what I'm gonna do is I'm looking for something like in the a parking garage would be so nice, but someplace like 2 to 3 stories up in the air that I could just possibly do like a run and leap to.
There are buildings around. I mean, you know, picture downtown Indy.
Great.
That's the kind of thing you're getting. No, so there's plenty of parking garages. I'll give you a parking garage nearby.
Yeah.
I'll give you kind of a 2-story kind of brick warehouse kind of deal, crummy rundown apartment kind of situation. The bar's a little bit behind you.
Yeah.
You've got the cars parked on the street beside.
Okay.
Telephone poles, you know, city stuff.
All right. I got a plan. Is this game? Are we doing any turn-based stuff? How's the turns work?
If you're I'm not rushing it, but I'm saying like as you guys say things are happening, imagine a couple seconds are going by.
Great.
So,
But
but turn-based, no, just say actions. You want to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna reach over. Like I'm gonna take the steps towards the car, assuming that this is the scene that we're faced with. I'm gonna step back to where the front of the car is. I'm gonna reach down. Am I strong enough to rip the hood off of a car?
You're about to find out.
All right. That is my intention. Is I want to like rip the hood off this car.
What's your strength?
Oh, that would have been a good thing to look at before I started doing that. 2.
Mine's 3. Can you tell me to do it?
No, I want this thing.
Okay.
Okay, your strength is 2. You said.
Yeah.
All right, give me just a moment. Okay. Okay, so you let's give me a strength.
Yeah.
Just a pure strength roll.
Okay. Get this shit out of here. What is going on? Okay, pure strength.
Mhm.
1 success.
1 success. Very, very nice. Okay, so you run up to the front of the car, grab a hold of the hood, and go, and you know, it twist, move around a little bit, but really no more than you could, no more success than you would have ripping off a door.
Clean. Love it.
And you feel you feel
God damn it.
it's as you're tugging on the as you're tugging on the hood
Mhm.
hood of the car.
Yep.
You immediately feel an insane burning sensation on your back.
Oh, sharts. On my
Um,
back?
Yeah, you went to the front of the car, right? Your back is to the Inquisition now.
No. So like
Okay, tell me what you're assuming in you're assuming the car is facing the other way that I am.
yes.
Okay, let me rewind. Then I'll
Yes, yeah, I would not have exposed myself to the SI.
You wouldn't have.
I mean,
Seems like the kind of thing Otis would do. Okay, I'll retract that simply because
I did prison
if
time
that-
for that.
if you're basing it on this illustration, then the illustration was misleading according to how it was in my head. So we'll flip the car the other way.
Okay.
That's all good. No burning. But they're gonna fire off a couple warning shots, pap 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 at the car, and then
Okay.
I said, "Don't fucking move. Do it again, or we'll light you things up."
Oh yeah. Sorry. And
Okay, I've got 4 dots for manipulation, and manipulation is described as my ability to twist others to your point of view, lie convincingly, and walk away after duping a mark without anyone being any the wiser. Can I use that here? And if so, I'm not quite sure how to use that. Number 4 just says you can be a cult leader or a politician.
Right. Okay. So you're not ever gonna exactly like use that. That's not the right way to talk about your character.
Okay, I think I know what
Okay.
yeah.
You're not gonna say I'm gonna use manipulation. You're gonna be manipulative, and then I'll say
that's just gonna increase my success.
yeah. You're gonna. I
Okay.
mean, if you want to look at your sheet and say like, I'm gonna get in the mindset where like I'm manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense for me to try that. Your roles are more likely to be successful.
Okay.
And actually, and if it's like, against the person like this, I'll probably have to make you roll. Against your everyday Joe, it's a high enough that I would let you just do it. It just depends on the situation.
Right. I'd like to try, and I don't know what to say, but I'd like to try to kind of smooth talk everybody to like, okay, just let's be smart about this. Let's not get anybody hurt. Kind of like one of those sorts of things, and try to kind of calm everybody down and figure out why they're there. Are they there because we got reported? Are they there because they've been following us? Are they there?
Okay, you're launching into a monologue. I mean, what's your plan here?
I guess I just don't know what to. Yes, I'd like to launch into a monologue.
I love the energy. Bring me a monologue.
But I don't know what to say to, like, I'm not as smart as my character.
That I've done it before. That sucks. I had a real smart character before, and I was like, man, this character's smarter than me. I don't know how to act.
I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah,
I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam, I am.
Do we know what their motivation? You may have said this early. Do we know what their motivation is? Okay.
Their typical motivation is to capture and or kill you.
So that's, but they haven't done that yet. So,
all right. This has gone on long enough. Hand over the animal, and we'll consider letting the rest of you go another night.
Oh, him? Wait.
Okay.
So
they're not talking about whiskey, is they?
Cree turns around. I just got out. Don't let them take me back. I promise. Look, we can take these fuckers.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. No dog left behind.
And the tensions are starting to rise a little bit.
Yeah.
You can feel Creed getting really scared, and also really kind of angry.
Hey, Creed, run away. And then I do that.
Okay. Hey, Creed, run away.
So what I like to do is keeping like as much cover as possible between myself and them. So like dodging behind cars. What I wanted to do with the hood was just hold it up like this and run my way over to an alley. But I just want to make a run for it, and I want to go to the. I'm hoping the parking garage is close by, and I would like to execute my soaring leap, which allows me with my unholy strength to leap up to 4 meters, I think. 3 times the potence level, 6 meters vertically. I can jump, which should get me up.
What is that? What is 6 meters in Fahrenheit?
Roughly 19 feet.
Okay.
So I would think that would be able to get me up to the second story of a parking garage, and get behind some cover.
Okay. Now's a good time for me to introduce and or remind you guys of a blood surge. Do you know what this is?
Nope.
I'd take medicine.
Is this like the old energy or soft drink surge?
It's like the old soft drink surge. Yeah.
It's made from blood.
Makes your testicles smaller.
So this is like you use your blood to do things supernatural, right? You're like you're gonna do a rouse check every time you wake up and shit like that, right? Well, you can use your blood to your advantage as well. So you can use your blood according to your blood potency to do things like add dice to your attempts at doing things, right? You could have done a blood surge to give yourself more strength to try to rip the hood off. That kind of thing. You can, if you are worried about your leap based on whenever you see your roll, you can blood surge.
Oh, you do. You can squirt it ex post.
Right. Yeah.
Love it.
I'm trying to see the spin here.
In narrative, what that means is that he shoots blood out his anus and he uses it to propel himself higher.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's excellent news.
Sorry, it's canon. It says it right here in the book.
Good old blood bidet.
Yeah. Per roll. You can use your blood surge once per roll, and it requires a single rouse check.
You can use it once per roll. Was it? Oh, it just burns.
Yeah, so you
get extra hungries.
Maybe.
Only
right. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, it's all based on your roll there. So you can like blood power. You are a vampire after all. You're a supernatural monster. Don't forget. Don't act like humans.
It seems like a pretty abusable mechanic. So I will do that. Yeah,
you should. All right, so you're going to Creed, run away, and then jump up and through like a window into a parking garage next to you.
Well, no window. Hopefully, I was hoping that like it'd be one of
the open side parking
like
garage.
Open, yeah.
I should make it have one of those like bird cage, those bird net things. So you're just like,
I had to chew through it before.
Go darn. All right. What does it give you a roll for what you're using?
It says cost-free duration passive. The user can jump a number of meters equal to 3 times their potence level vertically. The user needs no run-up to make these leaps. So it's a
passive evasion.
Well, I assume that you probably could call for like a whatever the appropriate athletics.
Is it a discipline and power?
Sure. No, I got you.
Yes, it is a discipline and power.
So it should say
potence is awesome.
Whether it's free or what kind of roll it requires.
It says cost free. So
that means it's not going to cause a rouse check or anything.
Right.
Okay. Okay, let me bring up Mara.
I would probably, if I were the DM, I probably would argue that the number of meters equal to 3 times your potence level is the max, and you're rolling for it.
Sure, yeah. Let's hit it. I've got a action for my person in mind, and we're gonna roll as comparative. Okay,
great.
So just get more successes than me. Let's put you. I just want to know if it gave you a specific roll or not. It doesn't sound like it does. So let's do dex. What's higher? Your dexterity or your strength?
Dex.
Okay, use dex plus athletics.
Whoa. Oh, I don't have anything in athletics. Sorry, still learning where to click the forking buttons at.
I think you're learning a little bit about your character tonight, and that might be where you level up, huh?
Ooh, mommy.
Yeah. If you're gonna be running and jumping, athletics are good to have.
That's gonna be 2 successes.
Okay, and did you? Okay, hold on.
I didn't rouse nothing.
Okay. So
no, I'm thinking about it.
So you take off running, and as soon as you do, you hear like rifle shots or pistol shots following you, hitting the ground behind you.
Hell yeah.
You jump up, you jump through this, jump through the air. Just picture Otis doing this, by the way, with the art that you sent me, which is just a beautiful scene. I like it. Go nerd! Right?
Did you share that with everybody?
Just to toss his blood light behind him as he like vaults over the thing.
Yeah, you jump through, you catch a bullet in the ankle.
Ooh.
But this is you can tell immediately it's nothing supernatural, standard bullet. So just take a one click on a health that should give you a single slash in your box.
Yes.
Okay, that's easily healable. Okay.
Great.
You'll be able to. That's superficial damage. You will be able to heal that with your blood potency.
Great. Thank you for
okay.
knowing that I haven't bothered to do anything at all to learn how to play this game, so that
I told you guys you didn't have to.
Baby.
But it's the kind of stuff that's deep enough where you don't just can just say it all at once because then you forget it all, right? Like when it's appropriate, bring up new rules, right?
Yep.
Okay, and it looks like I don't think that's even going to require. Will that require a rouse check? Yeah, probably one. Okay, so at the same time, Creed rips down into dog form as he starts running. So they shoot up towards his head, and he just happens to drop down below it as he's a dog, and you hear a whoop, and then he's kind of out of sight, ran in the same direction that you were. Do you guys want to be doing anything? You see this happen, split second, you've got a choice to make. What's it gonna be?
I didn't really think at all about how athletic you guys might be.
Well,
I feel like Corvin wears really uncomfortable dress shoes.
Yeah, so I hate to be a one-trick pony here, but I'm going to stand perfectly still.
Fuck yeah, dude.
As they are distracted by this stuff going on, and use my cloak of shadows.
And that is your perfectly still. Nobody can see you, right?
I blend into my surroundings.
All right, and then Bob?
I'm a fucking newt.
Yeah, I'm going to try to use some of my strength and like...
Where the fuck did Blake go again? What? He'd just be dipping and
oh no,
saying nothing.
Well, he jumped up that window.
I guess so. He's gone, huh?
He gone.
He gone. Is he coming back? Otis. Notice. Anyway, you're doing what now?
Do you mean wait for him to get back?
Nah, fuck him. Go for it.
So I want to.
Did he message us or anything? Anywhere? Anybody?
I've got Discord up. I will look.
No private chat. Man, we got to set some ground rules. Wait, can you hit me with the chat?
I don't see him. Chat.
All right. Well, might as well wait. We'll just have to explain it to him when he gets back.
Okay.
Right?
That's what I was thinking.
Unless you want to talk through it, and then we can plan.
So I just kind of wanted to take advantage of the chaos and grab some part of the car and maybe just. So
all right, Otis.
Hit
me in private chat when you're going to take off on us.
Okay.
Did you? Okay. Yeah. If you don't mind, brother. Yeah. All right, Bob, hit it.
So I was going to grab some part of the car, like a wheel. I don't know, just kind of to throw something their direction to just kind of increase the chaosity, if that's a word, of the moment, and just try to kind of amplify the distraction so that I myself can also get away, because
I'm sorry, did you say chaosity?
Yeah. I just made
chaos, right? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I know.
I'm okay with chaos. No, go with chaosity, but you lost me for 30 seconds.
Yeah, so that's
you guys
why
are all trying to rip parts of the car apart, huh? All right.
Yeah, because I'm really the only visible one.
That's a good idea.
Left, and I don't want to be standing there whenever they realize Creed's gone, Otis is gone, they can't see Corvin, and I'm the fucking only one standing there.
All right,
so I want to dip. Yeah, I was gonna try another method, but Otis and Creed fucked that up for me.
Or is it you're in a better position now? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm not feeling that I'm in the better position if it's 1 to 15 or 20.
That's probably true.
I want to try. I want to try to hit fucking dip also. So,
all right,
yeah,
what you doing?
Just grabbing some kind of object and throwing it towards the group of SI people, to just kind of throw them off balance.
All right, are you leaving me to determine the object?
Well, I don't know what objects. I mean, with the hood's been ripped off, or is everything else intact?
The hood's been tugged on a little bit.
Okay.
There are, I mean, there's a standard, there's a car, there's the vehicle upside down, right?
Right.
There's, you can probably easily rip off some things that are on a car. You can more difficult, with more difficulty, maybe rip off other things. There are bodies, standard, trash stuff. But I mean, you're in the middle of the street. Your options are limited to like what's around.
Yeah,
the car.
let's try to rip off a door because I think that might be a little easier.
Okay, what's your strength?
3.
Okay. You're gonna try to rip open the door. Do you want to? This is gonna be a strength roll. And do you want to use any sort of blood potency to increase your chances?
Do I lose that if I use it?
You can do it once per roll.
Essentially, the penalty is that you're like risking having to do like a rouse check, which could potentially get you more thirst. But I think we're pretty good on thirst right now, so I would feel free.
So I have. So in my mind, I actually have 2 different actions going on. I need to rip the door off first. If that's successful, then I can potentially throw it. Right? Is that how this is going to work? Because right now I'm just rolling to rip the door off, not necessarily to throw it, because that's my plan. Is that correct?
You're trying to rip the door off,
and just throw it towards.
All right. So just mechanically speaking, here's some things you can do if you want to like judge, like, okay, how capable is my character? Here in Demiplane, click the name of what you're going to use, right? So when you click in strength, a little sidebar on how to use your character sheet, and it'll say 3. You might be able to break open a wooden door, a large human, empty coffin, refrigerator, etc. You go down to 5, it says you're a true powerhouse and can likely break open a metal fire door. So something that I would say, like, okay, you can for sure rip the door off at 4 is kind of the assumption I would make. Right? You can rip it off. You could possibly rip it off at 3. You might want to arouse the blood on this one. You can even I could even grant in this situation it might be a little simpler since you just got wrecked and flipped. Okay, so I can take that into account. But that's how you kind of gauge what if you want to do the things you want to do. He tried to rip the door off with 2, and it says you're physically average. You can lift a toilet.
Okay,
I'm sure I'm a 3 in real life.
Okay, so if I'm a 3. Do you think a 3 could allow me to throw a dead body?
Yeah.
Is that?
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you throw a dead body, and I would still try to over success it.
I don't think you could.
Well,
probably throw a dead body like 30 feet.
Probably not 30 feet, no. But
based on what I'm seeing,
is that what we're talking about?
I don't know if you're trying to snipe the gunner or what.
That's true. Yeah, you probably throw a dead body 6-8 feet, something like that.
But depending on how accurate your throw is, you might be able to just pitch fire them.
Yeah, use them as a shield.
Right.
No,
I mean, grab some small piece of metal and
rip the door off. I want to see you guys keep trying to rip a car apart. I want to start calling you guys the Chop Shop, dude.
from the parking garage, I was just like, we did this in high school. It was so much fun.
God dang it. I think I want to go back to the manipulation thing then again.
Let's just hear it. What's your approach? Let's do it.
So I just want to say, hey, hold on. Let's everybody keep calm heads. I also have this thing. how do we use disciplines and powers? Because I have this thing called Auspex, which says
you have Auspex.
Apparently I can read minds and that sort of thing. Is that what that means?
Andy.
What's your Auspex ability that you have?
Heightened senses.
Okay, I think your heightened senses for Auspex is just like you can hear, see, smell, taste, blah blah blah, better than like on a supernatural level.
Okay.
You can see in pitch darkness, hear ultrasound
all the
frequencies, and
fluids.
smell the fear of
so I-
cowering prey. So are you saying you want to like you're wanting to focus and kind of do like a perception moment?
Well, that's what I was thinking. That I thought I was going to be able to kind of like get into their head a little bit and figure out, are they scared? Are they, what are they there for? To maybe just kind of gather some information. But I guess that's not the case.
Why don't you want to take? It sounds to me like you want to take a turn to perceive your surroundings a little closer.
Yeah, I guess.
So here's what I'll say. I'm going to set the scene, right?
Okay.
If you want deeper details that are going to like give you an edge, take a turn to ask to do that, or to say like I'm going to look around and really take in the scene, and then I'll if I haven't done it, I'll think of a way to give you more.
So I don't have to necessarily say I'm looking for a specific thing.
No.
I can just be more general and say, hey, I'd like to get some more information about.
Sure, but
Well,
you
just
can be
information
specific.
period.
If you want to be like, I want to like zone in on like I want to see like if anything's going on with this car, or if I want to like look at the car beside me and see if there are any weak points I can tear something off, or I want to like take in the scene slowly a little bit more specifically.
I'm looking for a car door that's already ripped off. That's maybe just like laying on the ground somewhere.
Yeah, because a lot of times I won't think of some of this stuff, right? I'll just like set a scene in
Right.
general, but I mean I've got to provide you the things that you're asking for, so it might spark a fun idea.
Right. Okay. Well, I'd like to see if I can pick up on body language nuances of the SI people that are there to kind of, I don't know, gauge their emotional state, to something like that, and just
All
to
right.
see, try to read them. I don't know if that's. I don't know.
All
what
right, make a
skill I
roll.
would-
Make a roll of wits plus resolve.
Okay, so remind me how to do that. So click the dice button, right?
Click the dice button. No. Click on your character sheet. Hover over your number next to wits, which is a mental attribute,
Right.
or over
Okay.
the dots, right? And it's going to have a little plus dice, right?
Right.
Click
Uh-huh.
that, and then go down to resolve as
Okay,
a
click
skill,
that.
and click that. And now you should
Wait.
have where you can
Resolve
expand.
is a-
Now you should be able to expand your little dice menu in the bottom left.
Hold on, I have resolve as a mental attribute, not a skill.
Oh, sorry, yeah, mental attribute. Correct.
Okay, so that's okay. All right. Okay, so I got wits and resolve, and
and it should show you your dice pool in your expanded dice view in the bottom left.
So does this have anything to do with my Auspex? Because is that going to play into this at all?
That's what we're doing.
Okay. So I've got wits and resolve. I clicked the little dice thing. All right.
Now it should. Is it expand? You've expanded it, right? Where it shows you
Yep.
like dice pool.
Dice
right.
pool, three white diamonds for wits, two white diamonds for resolve.
Do you have any reds in there?
No.
You got all filled up on that lady's head blood, didn't you? All right.
Mommy.
So your hunger's all gone. Okay. Roll.
Okay.
Click roll, and let me know if you get any of these.
Do I need to? So like, there's the. It
Little
says
two-
regular. It
two
says
stars.
regular and hunger. Do I need to worry about any of that?
What are you talking about? Did you roll? Did you click roll?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Click roll.
Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
then
It says successes 3,
okay. Yeah.
And then-
Okay.
and then there's some details.
So it should have like what? Explain the details to me real quick.
So it's a
Dot?
black diamond with a gray dot and the number 2,
Uh-huh.
and then a black diamond with the onk
Yeah.
thing with the number 3.
Okay.
Toy.
So the blank diamond, just to explain this how this is working, the blank or the diamond with a little dot is like nothing.
Okay.
It's a
The
neutral.
one, yeah, it's neutral. The one with the Ankh is a success die.
Okay.
The Ankh with the 2 stars under it is our criticals. If you roll multiple criticals, 2 criticals, it's going to add to successes, but it should be adding them up for you.
Yeah, I don't have any stars, but okay.
No, it's fine, but it'll automatically add your successes because every 2 you roll, it's
Oh,
gonna give you
okay.
more.
I remember what you're talking about. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So, you're kind of chill. Did you say anything during this, or you just kind of like hands up? You're like looking around.
Yeah, just kind of. Well, this is. I'm doing this assessment while Otis and Creed are kind of.
Okay. They're kind of
doing their thing,
doing their runoff, whatever. You see, so you're going to be seeing everything that the agents are doing during what I just explained happened with Otis and Creed, right? And Corvin
Right.
chilling in the background. And what you see is in with laser precision, right? And like laser focus, you see the woman who is standing out holding the light, reach down to her hip, pull out, track Otis, pop, 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 look off to her left, and fire a shot off at Creed, the dog, just before he gets out from behind an alley, right? So she's like tracking, pop, 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 looks immediately, and it's like auto snaps on him, right, to give a shot.
Fucking hackers in this game, dude.
You've got right? You've got
hacking the dog.
Nothing but you sense nothing but steel resolve out of everybody opposite you. Okay. The drivers are all in calm composure. You're noticing now that there are more people at the ready who were in the back, who are kind of hanging around or have come around to the sides of the vehicles now. And you also the smell of gasoline is getting a lot stronger and mixing with the puddles of, in the puddles of water and flowing more towards underneath the vehicle on the left,
which is the one we were eating from.
No, the SI vehicle. So you have one dead center in front of you with the lady and the lady in the hanging at the top, one to the right and one to the left. The one to the left, the gasoline trail is heading is now under the vehicle. You also smell from the distance, the rain has picked up and it's going to start that it's coming closer to you.
So the gasoline is not near me. It is near you.
It's originating from the car that you're by.
Oh, okay.
But it's flowed now with the puddles in that direction.
Right. Okay.
And you have a Zippo lighter in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's your granddad's Zippo lighter.
So the gas is near me, but it's flowing towards them now, right?
Right.
Is that okay?
You're not gonna burn me alive standing here trying not to draw any attention.
Yeah.
You might. I don't know if he knows you're there.
Is Corvin near me?
You can smell that. Wait, actually, are you completely undetectable in your state, Corvin, with your ability?
Am I what?
Are you completely undetectable?
Even
all
to me?
Senses? I mean, yeah.
Let me read the ability again.
Yeah,
it says, standing perfectly still, the user blends into their surroundings. Free. As long as they have some kind of cover, make no sound, and don't move, only mechanical or supernatural means can detect them.
Okay, so you are using supernatural means, Bob. You can smell still Corvin nearby.
Okay. I want to try and talk to them in a way to just kind of calm the situation and maybe allow more gas to flow their direction.
Love it.
So I want to say something like, okay, everybody be calm. We can work this out, kind of something like that.
We all just get along.
Yeah. But I want
Listen here, we started calm and you guys started running. Is this the way it's going to stay now, or do we got to start shooting again and light this fucker up?
No, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, no, we're all just going to put our guns down. And I want to roll out. Can I not use my manipulation for that?
With your supernatural senses, you hear from the parking garage like the sound of feet slapping, and then maybe like, "Hey, fuck you guys."
Can I not use my manipulation there and try to?
Well, you're not
And be
using
like-
manipulation. It's not a skill of yours. It's just how you are. But you got to imagine the situation that you're in. Okay. So
But-
imagine it's like this. Imagine you're a salesman. Okay. And
Right.
you're a mattress salesman.
Okay.
Cool. You're gonna, or no, let's say you're a car salesman, and I come in.
Okay.
You're gonna sell me a car. You're a really good salesman, and I want to buy a car. Easy peasy. You could probably sell me a car, right? Now, you're a car salesman, and you're visiting a funeral for someone that you knew, who just died in a car accident, right? And
Right.
you're trying to sell me a car while I'm there, and it was my brother,
Yeah, you need a new car because it was you that ran him over.
right? And so I'm not too hip on cars right now, and I'm also sitting at my brother's funeral, right? Your same level of manipulation is not going to have the same level of success on me. Correct?
But I would have more of a chance selling you the car at the funeral than if my manipulation was at 1, though, right?
Yeah, but less so in the situation.
I think.
Are we disagreeing that in a heightened situation, you're less likely to easily manipulate
Right.
me?
Right, and these. I mean,
Right, but
not
I
to
guess
put too
what I'm
fine a
trying
point
to-
on it, but
Right.
these people have guns out and have fired them. I think generally it would be good sense to consider the time for diplomacy to have passed. but
I had negotiating skills.
Yeah, like,
you
I
got a
can't use them
plan.
now.
It's kind of like this. Like, by the way, I'm not always going to stop and explain all this. I'll do it until you learn how to play.
All right.
No, hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm mostly just talking shit anyway. I will always stop and explain things to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do have final rule. Okay, so
Right.
your manipulation, okay, your character as they are is getting you right now as far as being able to have a conversation without getting lit up, right? But you're not in a situation to say everybody put your guns down and we're all going to do it.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm proposing. I'm just saying, like,
You did. You said, all right, put our
Well-
guns down. And I said, not going to happen. You said, won't my manipulation let that happen? Right.
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm saying, hey, how about we just everybody put their guns down? No, that's not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, what can I help you with? I don't know. I mean, what do you want?
Now we're being a good little pet. Is there
Ooh.
anybody else over there at the car?
Nasty.
No, it's just me.
You realize if we discover that you're lying, you're going to get burned.
It's just me.
All right. Well, if you're willing to cooperate,
God
We've
damn
got
it,
a few
Corwin, you
things-
better save
we've-
my ass.
we've got a few things that we'd like to ask you. So let's see how willing you are to cooperate. Get on your hands and knees and crawl towards the car.
Which car?
Towards me, smartass. I literally keep going like that's not going to happen, but I still like it.
Right.
Okay, she looks around. Everybody, guns on the fang, and you hear everybody's ready. Get ready to fire. If I command it, behold your fire until.
Okay. I guess I have no choice but to do that, so I comply.
Okay, you start crawling on your hands and knees. You know your hands.
Put my hand in dog shit. God damn
they're-
it, Creed.
They are.
Can I cut in at some point with an observational question?
Sure.
I'd like to know if Otis is being followed at all. Like if anybody's doing anything to like chase him down, or if there's any way I'm aware of like what's going on back with Bob.
For sure. Nobody has left the scene to chase anyone. kind of
Okay.
not their MO to split off like that.
Okay, well then I'm going to slow my roll a little bit, stay undercover. I might go like one floor up, just like like run and like jump a banister and go one floor up, just so like don't know where I'm at. But I want to circle back so I'm like available if the homies need me.
All right, so you're getting a higher vantage point and surveying the scene.
Yep.
Okay. Would you like to make
they're just meanwhile? I was just kind of throwing a time.
Sure. Would you like to make a wits plus awareness roll for me?
Oh,
please?
that'd be so cool if I did that. Oh, you're fucked now. Wits plus awareness, you said? Oh my god. Here we go. Get ready for some crits. Oh, called it. 3 successes, one of which is critical.
Okay. You get your jump in. Hey yo, land. You're in the clear. Your ankle kind of hurts. You're gonna take a rouse to try to heal that on your way up.
Oh
or
yeah,
just not worry about it for now.
No, I'd love to heal it.
Sure. Just a rouse check. Simple rouse check. Up on the top right character sheet. Rouse.
Got it.
Blood splatter.
There's a lag, so I have to sit here and be like, okay, are you gonna roll it? 0 successes on the rouse.
Oh, no success on the rouse.
But no hunger. Or I don't know. Marks.
Yeah. Succeeding is not getting hungry. Not getting a success on your rouse is getting a hunger.
Okay, so I do add a hunger.
Yeah, add hunger. But you're healed, so get rid of your damage. Okay, so you're like, oh no, a couple limps. Ow, goddamn ankle. Hurt that back in 1801. You just send the blood down there, patch it right up, right? Eject the bullet from your ankle. The bones click back together. All the sinew, you know how it works.
Sure.
Super rapid healing, right? You see a little opening, jump up through there, go over to the side, get yourself a nice dark, dank corner, get a vantage point on what's going on. You see Bob crawling on his hands and knees through the puddles.
I told this motherfucker.
You're like, what the fuck's going on here? You see all the same stuff I described to Bob.
Yep.
You also see a couple extra. There's a couple extra people from coming from behind the truck that I explained to Bob. So you got a good pulse on like maybe so 2 in the back per vehicle, 1 agent in the middle, and then 3 drivers. So for sure you see all that, but you also see a little bit beyond, let's say about a city block, a few rats coming out and then a few more coming out, a little more than what would be standard amount of rats in this area. And you also notice some bats, a swarm of black bats flying together into the area. And kind of hovering a little too high above to be heard or seen by anyone on the ground level, but certainly not usual bat behavior to be doing such a thing.
Daddy Snatty.
Otis Pied Piper Shagwell.
Yeah. I'd like to, in general, I'm going to be heading in that direction, like towards, I'm going to go to the corner of the parking garage, like closest to, I want to get behind enemy lines sort of thing. If I can, I want to transverse travel as far as I can that way. And then.
Okay. So you're on the move. Are you going like rooftop jumping, like little parkour shit?
Yeah, if the way's open.
Sure, it is. We'll give you a couple blocks worth of that shit. We'll say you hop over to the next one, and you bump back into Creed here.
Does he have any holes in him?
No, he's just now finishing patching, like sitting there, like patching up what was a hole in his leg.
Nice. I used to be an adventurer like you.
Until I took a round in the knee. Yeah, and he's like, kind of grimacing. He's like, the blood's sure good, but god damned if I didn't just feed and I'm already hungry again.
I do be like that.
So what should I call you, friend?
What's your? We'll worry about that later. Let's. You know what? No, there's no sense being a dickhead. We don't have time. I'm Otis, and I dap him up.
Okay, you go to dap him up, and he just looks down at your hand, kind of confused, and then kind of like sniffs at your hand. And,
no, because he's still a dog.
Sniffs his butt.
Well, he's like halfway turning. He was like let's say he's like top half dog, bottom half humanoid right now.
Yeah.
And then like he, with the head on it. Anyway, he finishes shifting and he's like, I don't really touch people. I can be a little strange.
That's fine with me. Listen, what's your deal? And are these people? Do you know what's going on with these dumbasses?
They've had me running experiments on me, taking my blood and doing Kane knows what with it.
Yeah, you probably told me that last episode.
I just escaped tonight, and I was dying. Sorry, I was almost in a frenzy whenever I ran into you. But we've got to do.
Sure.
Do you know these? Are you with these? Are you with these other licks down there?
Does that mean vampires?
Yeah.
Tight. Yeah.
Are they friends of yours? Do we need to dip, or do we need to save them, or can we get the fuck out of here?
I mean, I
owe you one.
I love that. I don't really want to do the show without my friends, so I'm.
Otis is meta. Otis breaks the fourth wall.
Oh, he's going. You going spin off on us?
Is that his deal?
Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, I got kind of a lone wolf thing going. Anyway, yeah, I feel like I probably should do something, right? So I'm gonna go try and blow up that big fancy light thing they got, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, I like your plans. Let's move. So you guys start to continue moving in the same direction.
Yeah.
Corbin, anything out of you? I kind of feel like a month from, like 2 more sessions from now, what we're gonna find out from Yukon is that he was just like hiding in the shadows so he could do like work on his work project. So get some extra work time done. And then he's like, okay, cool. Now that project's done, I'm gonna stop hiding in the shadows.
So I was gonna sidebar metagaming. I have like negotiation, and I was trying to figure out how to do that, and then some hillbilly redneck
always throwing it fucking that
ruined it all. And then storyteller threw out the negotiation that I was gonna do anyway. So there's no negotiating. I'll just be like, okay.
There's no negotiation. Okay, back to Bob here. On the loudspeaker. I mean, I need to get like a voice modulator is what I need so I can do this stuff. So on the loudspeaker, because I'm doing like walkie-talkie, but really what I mean is, bullhorn.
Bullhorn.
All right. So on the loudspeaker, hey, have I seen you before? You look a lot like somebody that I know.
Who
I know you don't expect. No, I'm saying that. The woman is saying that. I know you don't expect a lot of small talk, but we meet a lot of your kind, and I feel like. Have I drained your blood before? And they all kind of chuckle. Right?
What does that mean? Do I have to roll for that, or do I automatically know?
No, just you know what you know.
Okay, well, what does them draining my blood mean?
You don't know that.
I think the subtext.
Okay, I want to ask them what that means.
Well, I guess that answers our question then. Well, I guess you're all starting to look alike to me, I suppose.
Rude.
But sometimes they're like that, aren't they? Pale, stinky,
Fangus.
cold. But this one in particular. Hey, Jim, doesn't he remind you of that guy we grabbed last week? And Jim's like, spitting image if you ask me, but yeah, you're right. I guess all those licks are kind of looking the same. You poke enough of them and prod enough of them, you kind of. Well, I was gonna say they stopped looking human, but they stopped being human a long time ago, didn't they?
From the back alley, just like a block down a back alley, you just hear Otis go, "Gay!"
And the rainbows again, real quick, so everybody knows.
Hell yeah!
Yep. So that's what they say to you, Bob. And who's paying attention? Corvin, are you like watching it? Can you see what do you imagine your position as?
So since mine says that I blend in if I am behind cover, I imagine that in the chaos I like ducked down by the car. So I'm imagining that like this is a car like this right here in the middle of the street, that I'm like by the front wheel, like ducked down.
Okay.
So I can't move and like turn my head around and stuff. So I'm just like perfectly still, can move my eyes. So I have like a very limited line of sight.
Gotcha. Okay, good move. Okay, so still you're crawling, still your senses are heightened, Bob, and just faintly, so faintly, you hear. Okay.
What was it?
Hold on a second. I was just checking your message. Are you giving me your time or my time? Okay.
My
Gotcha.
time.
Yep.
So
Okay.
about 45 minutes.
Okay. So you hear and then
Like a dart kind of thing.
if that's what, yeah,
Like
if
a-
that's
like
what
a
it sounds like, it
dart
sounds
kind
like
of-
like a person going down.
Ooh.
Okay. You just hear
Okay,
that.
so
Otis. You're looking down on the scene.
Okay.
And you see a sewer grate, or like a manhole cover kind of deal,
Yep.
slowly open up out of the ground, and just a slimy, gross looking dude crawl out of it. Right?
Hell yeah.
Nobody can hear him. He's
My
running on his legs and hands.
Now, why did you say that? All right, I
Not
got
just his
it.
legs. Sorry, legs and hands. Just to say it's not crawl. I didn't want to say like he's crawling. It's more like an animalistic kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
He runs over to the far side, which would be what you guys, Bob, what you're looking at, the right side vehicle, and just like grabs somebody, like hand over the mouth, one hand over the
Smalls
belly,
him.
just squeezes, bites their neck, snaps
it.
their neck, and then like drags him back away. Nobody's any the wiser, and you
Yep.
see a couple more start crawling out.
Okay, as fast as possible. I'm gonna make the shortest route that I can that's not directly in the line of fire to like get over. And I would like to just literally like jump over or go around the like SUVs on the side. I want to get to the ground and get to the Humvee that has the big UV spotlight.
Okay. You're just gonna jump right off the roof?
I mean,
Fucking go for it, dude.
well, I mean, okay. I have a super high jump ability. It does not say anything about what happens if you, if you land from a height.
Fall damage.
Yeah. For
You gotta
now,
find out eventually, right?
it feels like am I still in the parking garage, or did I?
You guys are on the rooftop. You've leapt across to the next roof,
Okay.
and you and Creed are about to go.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump off the roof.
All right, cool. Yep, let's do Dex plus Athletics again.
Oh,
You want to level up your Athletics in the middle of this?
Nah, that's for pussies.
All right.
2 successes. So I got 1 neutral dice, 1 red dice, 2 successes. Is that 1
Okay.
red dice? It's a red dice with a dot.
That's fine.
Okay.
That just can't be re-rolled. You. By the way, let's
Right.
talk about that real quick too. You guys
Yep.
can spend willpower to re-roll failed dice.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So that the significance of the hunger die is that it cannot be re-rolled. It's just kind of like you need to cull it by feeding so that it doesn't just wreck your dice pools over and over. It replaces one of your regular dice on a one-to-one basis.
That went in automatically because I have 1 hunger.
Correct.
So
And it replaced one of your others that would have otherwise been a re-rollable die.
gotcha.
Got it. Okay. So your idea was to the ground? Are you trying to jump like on a car?
I mean, if there's a safe route down, I'm going to take the safest route available. But if it's 20 feet, it's 20 feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's say you do like a action movie kind of, jump off, kind of
Aim for the
springboard off of off of a awning, and then
Yep.
land to the ground, tuck and rolls, and continue running.
Oh, yeah.
Creed's right behind you. He's you can tell immediately he's a lot more graceful. He jumps straight off, and lands directly on the top center above the driver of the closest vehicle to you, crushing the top of the car downward. Immediately, shots start coming from the front at like nothing. They don't know what they're shooting through the roof, right?
Mhm.
The person who's behind the UV is like, get the fuck out of here, and like dunks down and closes the hatch. And these cars are going to start taking off soon. You can hear it like gears shifting, and the people are going to try to go, except the car that's close to you, because he knocked that person unconscious.
Okay. If
Corbin,
they've
anything out of you, Stan?
So, did I hear what Bob heard?
No.
Yeah, I'm not moving then.
Okay. You hear all
Do I
this stuff.
do I see him jump down?
No, that's the other side of the car from you. But you heard the impact, and then you heard the shooting. And then let's add this, actually. So everything lights up super bright around you. Okay? You are protected from it in the shadows from like being caused by what the light is hitting.
Okay.
Except for, we'll say, like just the slightest patch of like your shoulder or something. It's like something not all that dangerous hits there and immediately feels like you got like a sunburn, right? Not enough to deal damage, enough to alert, to let you know what you're dealing with. They flipped on the UV light,
but it's on. It's not
on
flash.
On full bore like the sun.
Okay.
Popping out. You don't want to be a part of that. If you're going to be moving, you got to be careful. And
Wait,
also,
is this still the big light on the Humvee?
Yeah, they've just flipped it on. No one can aim it anymore, right? It's just shooting straight out at the front of the car, or out of the vehicle, and they're within the vehicle, and they're getting ready to ride. So that light's going to be moving.
So I do want to try something.
All right.
Now, you said it hit my shoulder, and I felt it.
Yeah.
But I have clothes on.
I just said something. I don't know what your clothes situation is. Let's just say some part of your skin that might have been exposed that you would have felt. Yeah, a little something.
So
it's irrelevant where it was because I'm not dealing you damage.
Right. So I see the light come on. I know humans have a refractory period. I want to with their eyes.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Yep.
Not sexual.
Why not?
I want to look in the car to see if there's like, by chance, something that I could cover up with tarp wise or blanket or something.
This was your car, right?
Oh, the junkies stole our car.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna probably have to rip the trunk off though. If I had to guess.
Was it my car that I let Bob drive?
Correct.
Oh.
It's a Cybertruck. It's got a frunk.
Oh my God.
So I'll say, okay, so it's upside down, right?
Yeah.
Let's say in the wreck, the trunk did pop open.
Yeah.
And it's likely that if in this day and age, you traveling around, you would have had there are like these like kind of sleeping bag blankets that vampires use that are completely light blocking.
Okay.
Let's say you could have one of those in there as well.
Like a little Mylar sleeping bag.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, what is
That's
it? You know those. What do they put on you if they find you out in the wild? One of those aluminum.
A Mylar sleeping bag.
A condom.
A condom. Yeah.
Mylar.
Well, I'm gonna go search for that and see if I can get to it.
Okay. Let's be quick about it. Make a dexterity and. What would that roll be? Let's just do a straight dexterity roll.
Okay.
Dexterity plus unfolding.
0 successes.
0 successes.
Tough
Okay.
break.
You make it. You make it back to the trunk. But your blanket's not there. Whether it flipped out or whether it got taken out, you don't know.
Okay.
But that's not in there. The trunk is still available.
All right.
Are you crawling in the trunk or anything like that?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm gonna keep looking.
Just rip it off.
Okay. No covers or anything. Your options are basically with the time that you have are basically like get into the trunk, or try to like see where the light's at and dodge it and run somewhere else. But right now it's kind of like, imagine it's just being enveloped. The car is completely enveloped in the light, and you're just like, you're in the spot being blocked where you're being blocked by it.
And you mentioned it looks like it's moving. Like the car's
not yet. You hear the engines revving and everything's firing up. It's going to be soon. It's pretty obvious. And she also said, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
Okay. I'm gonna try and crawl in the trunk.
Sure. Free. You do
Smart.
it. Yep.
Okay.
You crawl right up into the trunk. Back to the situation, Bob.
Just a cowardly little bitch.
So I was on my
Let's
hands and knees.
Yep.
when
No, hold on.
this
Maybe.
light-
Let's take you here, okay? You hear more of, and it becomes much more clear to you what's happening. You hear more bones breaking, skin getting punctured, last breaths
Right.
happening, okay? You can't see exactly where.
Right.
By the time maybe the fourth one is happening, you see it happen because you are like more tuned into it. You see
Right.
Otis drop to the ground and start running. You see Creed's impact on the car in front of you to the right. You hear Agent Kim. I think I said her name last time actually, but it's Agent Kim. Agent Kim, let's the fuck out of here and drop in. And then during all of that, pretend you don't know the light's gonna flip on. Are there any actions you're taking? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna run and duck and hide behind something that blocks light just in case.
Well, my plan all along was to try to, as I was getting closer, try to find a way to disable that light. So yeah, I want to try to take a stat. I mean, pretending I don't know that she's going to turn on. I don't know if I can do this now that we kind of know what's going to happen. I want to try to take a stab at kind of jumping towards the light and maybe trying to destroy it.
Okay, yeah, do a dexterity plus athletics roll.
Dexterity plus. I don't have anything for athletics.
Y'all are
but
some
still click
bumbling
it.
motherfuckers, dude. You should think about leveling that athletics up. I think now that you know it a little bit about what gameplay is like.
I dropped a deuce in there, so we're getting good shape over here.
Good. What'd you get?
All right.
Okay,
says
great.
2 successes.
So you land up on the hood, and like you're able to grab the light and kind of do what you want, what you wish to it. What was your plan here?
Okay. Just kind of like, I don't know if it's something that I'm strong enough to like just kind of detach and like throw to the side, but try to dismantle it or make it to where it's not able to be used.
Give me a
by
strength
the
roll.
people.
Blood surge it if you want.
Okay. Strength. Now, how do I do the blood surge?
Just roll a rouse check.
It's up here. Okay, rouse check was 0.
Okay, so gain a hunger.
And I have. So it says success 0, and then I've got the black diamond with the gray dot. So still add a hunger.
Yeah. You have to get a success to not get hungry with the rouse check. Okay, so then you're gonna click to add strength to your dice pool.
Right.
Okay,
I got
and then
3 strengths.
And then click
Go ahead.
regular down the bottom left of your dice pool window. It'll add 1 die. It should say custom. Okay, now roll.
Okay. Yep. Success is 2.
So you start to try to twist and turn on it,
And
right? It doesn't budge left, right, up, down. It's like locked in place. You can tell that it's a mechanically operated piece of equipment, right?
Do you need
Nope.
do you need to know the symbols, the diamond or anything? Okay.
I'm just telling you guys to pay attention to it. The math is math for you. The successes aren't going to change. I just need to know if you're getting criticals.
Okay.
Critical successes.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay, so I've got the Ankh with the 2 stars.
Yeah,
so
how many
that's a
of 'em?
critical, right? 1.
Okay, no, we're good. Okay, so it's obviously like some kind of like servo operated deal, right? You look around, you do see handles
Right.
with controls and like buttons attached to them. Okay. And so you get up and are you going to try to rip it off still, or you want to kind of go towards the controls? Or do you want to do something totally different?
Well, the lady that was she's like in front of all
in
this,
the car.
right?
She dropped down and shut the hatch.
With
Imagine a tank.
oh, okay. So she's okay.
Her car's her vehicle's
Um,
much more serious than the other two. As far as being kitted out,
So this is a UV light.
UV capable light. Okay, while you're thinking about it, the light flips
So-
on. Luckily, you were off to the
Okay.
side, but you see it get super mega bright, and you're like, you hear like a little hiss out of Corvin, and you're like, oh shit, this is pointed right at Corvin, and this I don't know how to turn this UV off. They must have activated it from. They must have activated
Yeah,
it
I'm
from
just
inside.
I'm gonna try to flip
Inside
it
the
to where it's
house.
shooting up,
All right,
to where it's pointing up instead of.
you're trying to
horizontally.
do this with brute strength or with the controls. Okay,
Let's go
roll
with controls.
intelligence plus technology.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna kill all the bats.
I have 1 success. I do have a red diamond. If that makes any sense.
No, that's just one day. That's just your
But
hunting
anyway, 1 success.
Okay, so like
No critical.
it takes you a little bit, but you start to figure it out. The car starts to pull forward as you manage to like finally find the button that starts to pull it upward towards the sky. Corvin, you see you looking at the
Right.
back of the trunk, you can see the light get pulled up towards the sky. Otis, you see Bob on top of the car, yanking it. the light, and the cars start to take off, and gathering just a little bit more about the situation. There's got to be at least 12 other Nosferatu here, jumping on the sides of the car and trying to claw their way into all these vehicles, ripping
Oh, yeah.
people to shreds. The other 2 cars are not moving, and they're like full of people getting fed on.
Get him, boys!
I said there's a couple people left remaining though, hanging off the back of the other car as it's about to start taking off, as well as the driver and the people inside. But the people that are on the outside hanging on are trying not to fall off as it takes off.
When you say the other car, are you talking about the Humvee again?
The Hum in the middle is just now leaving, and
Yep.
it has a soldier on each side standing and hanging on to a bar,
Okay.
as they do,
Yeah.
And Bob's on top.
Is it within reason that I could be able to like run and get to it as they're pulling away to join Bob?
Yeah, bro.
Are
And you
any of the
can
windows
just do it.
down?
You're already en route. You're already on foot, running, picking up speed.
What's their window situation like? Because we've established I'm not strong enough to rip a door off.
The windows are up
Oh well, that's
and totally blacked out.
okay. It seems like a pretty bad idea to be on top of that then. I run along. No, God. I just shout up to Bob and I'm like, disable it! Get off of there! And I want to run like in the same direction that the car is leaving to still be close to Bob, but I don't want to just be like in the middle of the road, running a straight line, providing a target for them to shoot at. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So I'll give you smart run. So I understand what you're trying to do there. Corbin, the car pulls past you. You're not in light threat anymore. It's pulling away from you, and the light is facing the opposite direction.
Right.
You hear and see everything that just occurred between Otis and Bob. You can now see actually all of the other vampires around feeding on the other soldiers that were there. And you can, off in the distance, hear police sirens.
Okay, well, I'm going to get out. And I'm
Of the trunk.
Of the trunk.
Yeah.
I'm going to be brave. Now, they're on top of a car. Trying.
Bob is.
Oh my god. Hey guys, I hear. So I'm gonna. Am I close enough to yell at them?
Yeah. They're all
guys.
just never ripping past you.
The police are on their way. Let's get out of here while we can.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
That? Bob, what's your move?
All right. Sounds good.
We need to find a.
You're gonna keep riding on top of the car?
Oh yeah, no, I'm
All
gonna
right.
jump
I'll
off.
let you do that.
Yeah.
Go and jump
Sorry.
off. Boom. Hit the ground. Big step
Okay.
up.
So the feds are on their way out.
Feds are on their way out. There are 2 Fed vehicles still there.
Ooh.
And the Nosferatu now have shifted from. You see, they very methodically and quickly have shifted from feeding to ransacking everything that they can from these vehicles. They're trying to dismantle everything, take as much as they can, and they're tossing it down the sewer drains.
Oh, they're like Jawas.
Yeah, they are just like the Jawas. They're throwing down weapons, they're throwing down armor, they're throwing down full bodies to not leave bodies behind. A guy runs up to you, Otis. And he says, "You recognize this guy? Actually, his name is Twitch. Okay,
Twitch, yay!"
Yeah. He's just always kind of like he's a junkie that was turned, and he still has like he's like a real scrawny dude, right? He just always kind of looks like he needs a hit. He's always kind of shaking and his eyes twitching. That's why everybody calls him Twitch. He calls himself Twitch as well, actually. And yeah, he's good. He's a good good friend of yours, right? Like the Nosferatu is a close clan, so he's like that. And he says, "You've got to. Father Scab needs to see you, but for now, we've got to maintain the masquerade. So hide as much as you can. We've got to make this look like a car accident. We've only got a couple minutes before the cops arrive. We've been alerted from the skies that they're on their way."
Hey, Bob, you still got that Zippo in your pocket? I hold up my hand like this.
Should we take? Should we take? Try to take one of these vehicles? Is it too late to? Are there any functional vehicles around? Because if so, I think we should try to hop in one and drive away.
You want to go in the sewer and see Daddy Scatty?
Sure.
I call him Daddy Scatty.
The SI vehicles are operable still. Well, except the one that is less operable that was smashed in the hood on the driver's side.
Fellas, I think I got a pretty direct order to torch these vehicles, is what I heard.
So you want to go see Father Scab?
It's come up a couple of times now. It's starting to feel like that's where the story needs to go.
Well, I was gonna say it'd be a good time to get out of Dodge and let things cool down. Maybe head up to Fort Wayne, but we're here. So if you want to take care of business,
we're now
do literally whatever you want. No joke.
We are now in the third hour of content that resulted from us initially being like, "Oh, we don't need to go directly to the mission."
Hey, that's how this stuff happens, man.
And Kenan has been relentlessly making fun of us for it since we got on. So I feel like we should probably just like. I don't feel like we're on the rails. So we just say like we're gonna go do the mission.
Where's Father Scab at?
Yeah.
So what they told me basically was like, we just got to make this look like a car crash. and then we gotta go.
Okay, and so yeah, that's fine. I mean, as long as we're gonna not be there when they show up.
I would like to my plan would
That's
be torch
I
them.
can go with that.
Just the gas that's on the ground, just light it. Probably not in this order, but I also would maybe think about like, we got one car that's flipped over already, and just there's not a good explanation for the damage
With junkies in it.
Junkies in it. Yeah. If we have the time, I'd maybe think about flipping one of the government SUVs, the one with the roof damage, just so that there's like an explanation for the roof damage, and then we just go down the sewer grate that's right there. It would be my proposal.
Can I add this Zippo to my item list?
Sure, man.
Items in
So
inventory.
you could have them. You're an old biker gang guy.
Yeah, I'll buy one for you at a convenience store real quick.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit! All they had was Bix. All right, bloop, 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 bloop. Is it too soon to away to the sewer?
Oh no, we can speed run this part if you want.
I'm gonna Fireman slide down the.
Yeah, so along with the rest of the Nosferatu crew, for the most part, you relay your plan over to Twitch. He organizes it. They gather together. You guys all just pick up this vehicle, flip it upside down in a position that looks like it was wrecked. Set the junkies in a way that they look like they were operating the vehicle in a high speed. Do as much as you can to make it look like a regular old accident.
While we're carrying him, you look over and Otis is just like waving one of their arms at you, like, "Hey guys, look at me." Hey.
Right. And give me just a fat second here.
Never gets old.
And you drop down into this entrance to the sewer.
Oh my gosh.
Coming soon to a warren near you. There you go. Boom. Just below you is an out of use subway arrival. And this is where you drop down into, and it's not as lit up like this, but this is where you find yourself. And the Nosferatu are gathering and taking everything down. They go down into the tracks and then start to head down that way towards the warren. But Twitch stays behind. Otis, what have you gotten yourself into, man?
Oh, this, I'm not really quite sure. This all kind of fell into our lap here, man. This shit got real crazy. We were just up at the bar, and this all just kind of happened. Jen's dead, and then I whispered all the other secrets that I've learned in the cant of Nosferatu.
Yeah, if the father's bats can be trusted, and you know that they can, word is that the prince has had his eye on you and your coterie. Any idea what that's about? We haven't gotten any more information. It's been really tight-lipped around here really recently.
Oh, that doesn't sound like us, but honestly, as far as I can tell, what's been going on is just that, like, each one of us kind of needed a quest, you know what I mean? And it's just like, we just kind of all got one at the same time. So we got a lot of shit going on, but I'm not to brag. I'm clearly the brains of the group. And so
and you're here.
I got to get a call the shot. So we're here at Daddy Scatty's first.
And how did your landlord get wrapped up into this, Mr. Grimshaw?
Oh, well, he's got a person. There was a person. It was just like in his hotel that had like a vulva for a face. It was.
Twitches and licks his lips.
Yeah, look, that was a pretty tasty one, I'll be honest with you. But I don't know, man. Things are complicated. The point is,
I know we can't eat food anymore, but there's one thing we'll always be able to eat them, all right?
Oh boy.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I heard a guy say it. Game of Thrones. Then he looks over and notices Bob, and he gets a very strange look on his face. He's like, I saw you very recently in the footage that we stole from the Inquisition, that blood bank that they hit. How did you get out so unscathed?
Oh, guys.
By the way, you have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Did they do something? Have you met with the prince recently?
Oh, guys.
Did you?
No, I'm supposed to be going to meet with him soon.
I've seen
No,
this
it
one.
was-
You think just because he cut his own finger off that he wouldn't be a twin, but like, we all say it's the twin thing. It's a twin thing.
Wait, you have a twin,
Okay.
and
I mean, it's got
Your
there's
mortal
no other
life.
explanation. I told you guys, I'm the brains of this group. Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, I do have a twin, don't
and
I?
when's the last time you saw him?
Wait, you do have a twin?
I think
Yeah, he
I think
does.
that's part
He
of my
does.
lore.
And he has.
about that.
Let me go back and
See?
rewind you. Let me
love
remind you
this
guys.
movie.
Let me remind you guys of some lore here for Bob Vanderhex. Nobody knows that Bob is dead. He skipped out on his rent back home. He has no friends. He did have one sibling that is a twin and doesn't know where he had disappeared to, and has been looking for him for well over a decade.
Man, we really got to start paying attention to these meetings, fellas.
I don't remember the twin thing.
Yeah,
I do now.
Does it sound familiar?
Is he in his relationship map? Is his twin named Evangelina
Isn't he?
Frey?
No, that was his girlfriend, fiance, when he was
Oh.
still
Man about town.
human.
Hmm. No, and so Twitch is like,
Okay.
hold on, and he pulls out this old busted like iPhone 2, right? and then like he his skin clears up a little bit. He still looks kind of nasty. He's like, employing the blush always feels really strange since I don't have to do it so much anymore. But I've got to do it if I want to touch one of these, right? And then his fingers warm up a little bit, and he's able to touch his phone. He opens up a video. He goes, "Look," and shows it to you. And it's a video of just what appears to be Bob, but maybe 15 years older, right? And
because he's not a vamp.
but he's being held
Right.
down, and he's in a blood storage room, and he's tied down to an operating table, and he's got all kinds of tubes in him, and he's like, "What'd you guys do to me? What'd you do to me?" Yelling.
Otis is giggling really hard.
And like he, you can kind of like you go and it's like, "Here, I'll show you something new, something cool we can do. Look, enhance." And he upscales the resolution and zooms in on his face so you can see the fangs there, and his eyes are bloodshot, and he's got like blood tears on his face, and he's screaming
he
out
is a
blood
vamp.
and blood all over his face. Yeah, and he's like screaming out for something, anything, and then you like bust out of his shackles there that were holding him down to the table, looks up and sees the camera and runs up and smashes it, and that's the last that you can see of that. And Bob, it was your brother. You're the one that can tell for sure it was your twin brother. By the way, who's
Okay.
named what?
Beverly.
Let's see.
Can I suggest Yawn, which is spelled Jan, and it'll confuse the hell out of us later.
Yeah.
What? No, well, I mean, I got Bob Vanderhex from
Jan and Bob.
from Dutch, yeah,
Right?
from
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
Dutch,
saying. It's
yeah. So Jan, let's go Jan.
Would it not be Vanderhex?
Let me see. Yeah, I guess it would be. Yeah, Jan Vanderhex. JAN Vanderhex. There we go.
Jan.
Put that in my notes.
All right, there he is. I've got him added to the
Beautiful.
relationship
Very
map.
conspicuously is a full vamp in this relationship now. Well, I don't. Do I know anything about his twin? Clearly not. I only know things about the movie, The Prestige.
No, this is all. This is it. That's all you guys know about the twin.
Now you said who? What? So my brother has been looking for me.
Why would
right?
you say that?
What did
have you purposely cut ties with your family?
I
and did not tell anyone about it.
Because right. So they think I'm dead.
They never have found your body though. Because you still have it.
Right. So I'm trying to think of what how I decided all this. Okay. All right. Just leave it like that.
Imagination copters.
All right. So and you got to rip soon. So we'll bring this to an end for you real quick here, Bob, since you get about 10 minutes. Okay. So you see all that. Try to take that in. You guys make your way down into the Warren.
I just want to be really clear. Creed is not his brother.
Creed is
Correct.
not his brother. No.
Okay. There's two. It seems like 2 SI escapees is like more than they usually would like to have in a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So you know where you're at, Otis. So once you guys get down to the Warren, you're like, okay, we're gonna go find Father Scab and see what's up, right? You walk in that chair. You walk into Father Scab's room here, and he's standing with his back to you, and he's like looking over some things. He has a lot of bats like swarming around his head and like standing on his shoulders and things.
And he's Nosferatu, you said.
Like, everyone down here is Nosferatu. Yeah.
Does he have a Catholic priest aesthetic going on, or is the father some other reference?
Yeah, he wears a robe, like a priest robe,
and a dog collar.
He's also blind. And he has like both of he has blind because he has no eyes whatsoever.
And he talks like RFK Jr.
No, I guess he can. That'd be kind of funny, but it kind of break immersion a bit, I think. Welcome to the Warren. But you guys have you know this, so I'll just go and explain it to you now. But he's the bats are around him. He uses the bat swarms and communicating with them telepathically as his way to see.
Oh, sick.
So he always has that going on. He's a fanatic about keeping the Nosferatu's underground secrets intact. So he might be a little weary of you, Corvin and Bob, because they don't let non-Nosferatu down there except for on very special occasion. He hates Prince Ezra and refuses to even call him by name. Powerful dude, keeper of forbidden knowledge. He's very much the protector of the underground and very protective of his clan and their secrets. He also, because his eyes are missing and he's got a grotesque face, he wears a mask that is woven from different kindred skin offerings that his followers have given them. So they would deal themselves aggravated damage to cut their own skin from their body and then not heal. So they always said you'll always find anybody in his kind of church is missing a patch of their skin from somewhere that supernaturally doesn't heal back and just exposes their muscle. And he has a mask woven from it.
Mine's
that is indicative of him being a servant to all of them and being part of them. So,
I mean, you're baiting me into foreskin jokes. It's not foreskins, right?
Not foreskins.
Usually.
Could be. Some of it might be. If you meet a Nosferatu and you can't find their missing skin, it's probably from their dick.
We've not discussed. Is Otis a member of his church that would have participated in the skin offering thing?
Do you want to have been?
I mean, I don't particularly care for this idea now.
Okay,
but I don't know if there's requirements to be involved.
It's not a requirement. This is all voluntary. The Nosferatu is the coolest fucking clan of vampires that there are. They're just it sucks that they're grotesque and nobody can look at them.
Yeah,
they're all monstrous, but they're super cool.
Their whole shit is really smelly, so nobody cares how much weed they're chiefing down there.
That's right. And they're always chiefing weed.
Just chilling out, sleeping in that cool ass recliner.
And then I haven't gotten the Father Scab voice yet. What should we go with? I don't want
Your RFK was pretty good, but it did not sound like it would be very pleasant.
Yeah.
To do.
Let me see if I can. Work something up. How's that? Is that good? That's good for him. Yeah. It's kind of RFK inspired. That was a really good suggestion. I like that. Otis, we need to talk about your invitation to the prince.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right.
Things are not as they seem.
Yeah.
The church is scrambling.
This is your church?
The
you're talking
tunnels
about?
are
Okay.
threatened.
I'll just let you finish, and you just
That's it. That's all.
The
Oh,
tunnels
tunnel-
are threatened.
so there's 15 seconds of unbroken silence
No,
before Otis is like,
Yeah. The fires
oh,
are lit inside.
oh, fuck. Hang on. Is somebody
The
taking good
flames.
notes?
Burn within.
Where's the flames?
My
Okay.
bats. My bats have seen it all.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that video.
Are the
too.
bats
It
in the
it
room
was
with us
too
right
much.
now?
Yeah, they're in the room. And that'll
Two bats, one cup.
yeah,
I
that's
get it.
Flames. The flames burn within.
Right.
Not everything is as it seems. And there was one other thing. Fuck. I missed it.
the fire
Bats
burns on the
see everything.
inside.
Yeah, it was before that.
It was about
It
the
was inspired.
tunnels,
Sounds like a
church
rectal
falling,
infection.
tunnels are scrambling, some shit like that.
Tunnels are scrambling.
Okay.
Church is scrambling. The
Oh.
tunnels collapse.
All right, Daddy, can I call you Daddy? No, that doesn't seem
Mhm.
right.
And that, and we have Bob's got to leave real soon.
yeah.
So that is this week's conclusion.
Oh, okay. Next time on the Ashtrays of Heaven. What happens next time on the Ashtrays of Heaven? Can you give us a preview?
Next on Ashtrays of Heaven, Father Scab combats Red 40. There's a Red 40 there.
this Captain, this red 40 in the sewers. We'll never be able to feed in this town again.
Red 40, it's giving all the notes for autism. Twitch used to have 1,200 testosterone. Now there's thin bloods with more testosterone in it. All right. Hey, session 2 in the bag, and you guys are
That's
about
right.
to start your quest.
Yay!
yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be able to hide so good.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
you-
hide the
you've been
fucking
really
way
putting
so
some
good.
points in there.
I went to the oh shit. What was that school in Arrested Development? The Mumford Institute.
You be hiding like since been hiding.
Be neither seen nor heard.
That's right. Hell yeah. Cool, man. So we've got 2 weeks. I think we'll have to talk about that. I might have another fucking dipshit photo shoot coming up, but
Ugh,
we'll
dude, having a job is the fucking.
it is the worst. But I'm a little, we're on summer break. I can be a little flexible. If you guys can be flexible, we can pitch out some alternate times to meet. Maybe it's
Yeah.
like a Tuesday of a next week or something,
Yeah.
or that kind of stitch. I don't know,
Yeah.
but we can chat about it. Maybe not that quick of a turn, but I mean, I've got at the speed we're going, I've got fucking months worth of plans. Months.
No problem.
For the plans for our game.
Yeah, as of next week, we're entering the first bit of plans that I've written.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Well, I appreciate the patience
And
that
I'll
we're getting to learn.
no, this is what
I
this is-
am.
yeah.
What I'm starting to do is look at my skills and then see how I can act in a way that takes advantage of, so that you force me to do a check with that.
Oh,
But I have to act out, right?
yeah.
Like, I said I was gonna try and negotiate us getting away. But I don't
Could-
know. I don't
You know what? It could have
don't-
happened.
It could have happened. But
Bob,
mine
Bob, do
was
you remember that lady? Do you remember that lady saying that you look familiar? By the way,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's hide it though.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what's that, Corbin?
Mine is persuasion.
Remember.
The persuasion is more about like persuading someone that it's okay for me to bite their neck.
Sure, man.
But then like there are specialties within that for negotiating and stuff like that. So
Yeah, no doubt. Just try to play to your strengths. Those make up
Yeah,
your
yeah,
character. They let you know who the character is. That's not you.
yeah. I was gonna use something like Blake has. I have weight of a feather or something like that. I was gonna try and convince someone to shoot me, and then activate my weight of a feather so the bullet blew me miles away.
I just fucking takes you to fucking Illinois.
Yeah.
All right, you throw up a dab and you just get fucking. You are in Noblesville.
Yeah.
You land in Deer Creek during a Creed concert.
I mean, you can just carry a gun and use the recoil
That is
for
the.
yourself.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm like literally. That's the biggest hack. I'm gonna have to ask that on the Vampire.
Well, no, for purposes of physics, you would have to drop the gun and somehow achieve perfect energy transference into your body before turning into a feather. So it'd be logistically a lot
timing
more
would be
difficult.
really hard.
It'd be much easier to just get shot.
Yes.
So I'll hold the gun.
Could you get like? Yeah. All right. See you, Bob.
My friend.
All right, see you guys.
Bye, buddy. But now you're saying all kinds of stuff. I'm like, can you get like some of those moon shoes from back in the day?
It's a
Right.
boing.
Just
And
I'm
just-
weightless. Boom. Just take the
Just-
fuck off.
Just enact it. But I think
If I do it
You
at the
still
wrong
have-
time, I'm just suspended in the air.
well, you're still gonna have a real. I don't want to get. No, I do want to get all the way into the physics because that's who I am. But I mean, like, imagine if you took like the momentum of one body plus a pair of moon shoes, and then like at the bottom of the bounce, you eliminate the weight of the body, so you just have the moon shoes. Moon shoes are like heavy enough that I feel like you're still gonna limit yourself to like reasonable. You like even if you're just the weight of the moon shoes, unless you can let go of the moon shoes and transfer all their energy into your featherweight body, you're not going to be going like city blocks. You're going to be going like meters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess like we gotta. This is really interesting because we have to assume that your ability applies to the clothes you're wearing.
Yeah.
Does that extend to anything that like where does it? Where
It's
does
a
the
part of where
where does the magic right?
what's the
Stop
boundary of the
considering
magic?
things
there-
clothes and start
Right.
considering things a weapon.
Yeah.
Is there a
because-
companion skill that is called like drag of an arrow? Because I think you also are going to need that to achieve the distances you're talking about. Because now that you've brought up close, you realize the air resistance is going to be a
Okay, so
major factor in this.
I can reduce my effective mass and density, making myself almost weightless. This
Yeah.
allows me to avoid triggering pressure sensors, as well as avoiding major damage from falls, collisions, or being thrown.
Well,
Or
I guess
being
then-
thrown.
Look, I guess then you are the weight, essentially the weight of your clothes. It sounds like it doesn't affect anything on your person at all. But if you are essentially weightless, you weigh on a scale a pile of clothes. If you're wearing chainmail and you go weightless, you're
Yeah.
gonna weigh the weight of the chainmail.
Right.
And if you're nude,
There you go. Now we're talking. You need to really min-max your character. You need to run around naked.
yeah, you got to be nude.
Hey, which is perfect for my Cloak of Shadows.
That's true.
They're just gonna see a naked guy running from hiding point to hiding point.
Dude, I can't wait for you to get to the next part of your story, Corbin. Or Yukon.
Yeah.
It's so fucking disgusting.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be pretty gross. What you've done already is I can't think about it too long. It's
Yeah.
disgusting. Because it's one of those body horror things. Oh, it came up in The Matrix. Remember when his mouth
Did it?
and his nose? Yeah. When it got sealed shut.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
took the pill that thing out of his, and they took the
You
thing
didn't
out of
care
his
for
belly.
that?
Nope.
Was
Did
it-
not
was it-
care for that.
Was his belly button they took that thing out of? Yeah.
I think they put it
You
in
see it
his
moving.
belly.
They put it in his belly. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they put it in. Well, but
And I think Morpheus like cuts it out.
no, they suck it out through the belly button. With the,
They-
remember, he's in the back of a car and they put some like
Oh yeah.
penis pump tube on his belly
Yeah,
button.
yeah, yeah, that's right.
And they suck it out. I think they put it in after the interrogation in the room.
Yeah,
Might have gone in his mouth, to be honest.
So check this out. Here's a question: Are my kids too young to show The Matrix to?
The first one
The first one only. Because like it's rated R.
is there.
So that
sex?
makes
the only thing I'd say is if there's some sex
nudity.
stuff. in
But
it.
there's
I don't
not.
think that
There's
there
not in the
really
first
is.
one.
No, you
Right?
got to get
It's like
the
later.
second one for the nudity.
Yeah.
I was trying to think about it. I just need to watch
And
it
that's
again.
who I
But
know.
I'm like, why is it rated R? And I think if it
I
came
mean,
out today,
there's
I don't think it would
fucking
be.
guns.
Is it the blood?
I think it's the gun violence.
Well, there's
There's
gun
a
violence.
fair
in
amount of blood,
Marvel.
especially like the Morpheus, the scene where Morpheus is in the
When he's getting
tower.
beat up. Yeah.
He's
That's all I
like,
can think
blood
of.
and sweat, and I mean it's
All I
pretty
can
like
think of is
nasty.
the blood, because that's really the blood is really the only difference between that makes a Marvel movie PG-13 and something like a Matrix rated R, right? Because there's like people get gunned down all the time in Marvel, but you're not seeing like the gore.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Al Gore,
Um.
Al Borland, West
Rated.
Limp Bizkit.
I mean, I don't think your boys are ready for the Trinity leatherette outfit.
Might
Yes.
awaken something. It might put him into early puberty.
It's
Why is it rated R?
that's about the age where a man could really learn to appreciate.
Yeah, it's true.
But
Oh, someone
You're
said
gonna
they
do
said
way
the
too
fuck
much.
word
yeah, that's
because that was the big
probably,
that was the
that was
big
enough
question.
to do it for a long time. It's like
Yeah.
you get one F word, and then beyond that, it's not PG-13 anymore.
4 years ago, someone said they said the fuck word. I think one is allowed even in PG-13. I think there's a scene of everyone jumping out of the buildings onto the ground at the end could have warranted it. That's a potentially triggering scene for lots of. They wouldn't have been thinking about triggering scenes back then.
They're like unaliving.
Yeah. No, I think. I don't think unaliving.
I think it's something like
It's
is
only
that whenever
PG up in Canada.
Trinity gets shot
Really?
and he has to like jump off the building and he pulls the bullet out of her, or is that in a different movie?
I mean, this is saying people swan dive out of windows to become puddles of blood and flesh. Of course, it's rated R. I don't remember that.
Huh. Interesting. Me either.
I mean, I assume they're talking about the first one.
Yeah,
This one kind of slaps.
Yeah, like it. Like where we're at now, finally. Now that we're not talking anymore.
Yeah,
Maybe the nude pod scene.
This is when you guys are just my guests.
Decapitation.
looks way better. Decapitation. A dude jumps inside another dude's body. I mean,
It's true.
Dude, it
That
came out
happens
in fucking
all the time at Pride
1999.
99 baby.
Cheesy Pete's. Did you guys know this? Talking movie ratings. Ninja Turtles 2. They don't use their weapons. They may only use one turtle may use their weapon one time in the whole movie. I think Donnie hits one of the other mutants with his bow staff, but I think that's the only use of the turtle weapons in the whole movie because a bunch of moms wrote into the studio after the first one, said it was too scary and they shouldn't be showing kids how to use weapons.
And my kids
So
won't
instead-
stop turning every fucking thing into nunchucks.
Right. So instead, they're hitting them with sausage links and wiffle ball, baseball bats, and shit
Should
like
I
that
get
all movie.
better? Yeah.
Yeah. Go watch Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, and it's like, once I realized that, I'm like, you fucking prudish moms from the 80s.
Fucking moms, dude.
GD.
Yep.
Worst. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Secret of the Ooze was a good one.
I only had the one where they went to like feudal era Japan.
That was Turtles 3. We watched that one the most when I was a kid. Yeah.
It's a fun one.
I need to. That's next
But
time I
it's
watch
real
it.
dog shit if I go watch it right now, though.
Probably.
I also don't necessarily. I don't have any like negative feelings towards the Turtles, but I don't have any like.
You're not a big fan.
I'm not.
I fucking love the Turtles. Man.
I'm not a fan of the Turtles necessarily. So
I've read almost the entire IDW comic run that started back in 2013.
what the fuck? Did you just screencast my screen?
Did you? Yeah, I did. It was showing up.
What?
Did you? I can't always do it. You were showing up as a participant though, so I tried it out and it worked. I deleted it now. Did you try to share it earlier?
I mean, yeah, I was sharing earlier, but I didn't realize it would still be doing that.
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't have all my
Porn up, right?
nasty dog porn in the in the tab over there.
Yeah. So we'll have to test out what made that happen. It looks like you shared maybe, and then never stopped sharing, and it showed up as a participant in the participant list that I was able to do like this with. You're gone. You're back.
Nice.
Okay.
Well,
I'll just let you. I'll
The
let you
software
know if
seems
it's
nice.
there.
I like this private chat that you got down there.
Yeah, it's cool.
Very,
cool stuff.
very shui.
Very shui.
Because it's always like kind of a pain in the ass to be like, oh, I'm just like send a DM on Discord real quick.
Right. And here's what we look like if people are on. Wait, can't select while live. Never mind. We have an option to select to mobile, like if we're gonna cast to like TikTok. Which, what?
Boo.
Yeah.
Don't need it.
All right. Well, hey man, we did. I'm gonna at least in the stream, so let's
Okay.
do that.
Good to see you, buddy.
But you're gonna stay on, or you're gonna cut as soon as I end it?
No,
Which one?
I can hang.
Let's not hang for a bit.
Okay. Hey, how's your blood?
Like,
How positive
comment,
I hope.
comment, subscribe, tell your friends we're the funniest people on earth.
Yeah. You know, we should actually more hard push the CTAs, right?
Best viewers on boostcom.ru.
I got a follow on Mastodon when I promoted our
Fuck yeah,
What?
dude.
when I promoted our podcast one time. So I got to keep doing that when we're
Yeah.
gonna go live.
Yep. We should do that. Yep. Okay. Cool. Hey,